All right. And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Monday morning. Today is the 12th of the 5th, 2025, and we are happy to be here indeed. Let me go ahead and lower the sound on this other computer right here so we can get a clearer view. All right. How's everybody doing this morning? Loud and clear? Up and happy? Miserable? Up, up, up. All right, so the chat room is open this morning for all subscribers. So if you're a subscriber to the channel, then this morning is your morning. Roll on in and come have a conversation with us. Everything sound good so flow. Lovely Anika is in the building with us. Thank you for that feedback, lovely Anika. Big up yourself. I appreciate you greatly. Lovely Anika is my fellow content creator sister right there. Go ahead and go over to her channel and subscribe and share the love. All right. Keep it all in the family. Yeah, man. So shout out to all, says Natalie Hampton. Shout out to all the names in green first. But shout out to everybody who is in attendance this morning. Listen up. We have a couple of things to talk about this morning. Grand Rising, Marie's Message 411 TV is also here this morning. That's another one of my fellow content creator sisters, Marie's Message 411 TV. You can go over to her channel, hit the subscribe button, share the love, keep it all in the family as well. All right, so that's Lovely Anika and Marie's Message 411 TV. Stuladan is in the house. Big up yourself, Stuladan. Thank you for being here this morning. Donna Davis is here as well. We're not gonna call out all the names this morning. There's a lot of names in here already, and the people who are not in green, them not gonna feel so special. So since it's a subscribers morning, we're just gonna say big up to the subscribers. Them, all right. Audrey Wright says, please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. It helps us to trend. So we have 177 in right now, and we have 41 thumbs up. So just hit the thumbs up button, please, as you enter the live. 5Field63 and Stacy Chen, I see you. Thank you for being here. This morning topics are rat invasion, jacket over stepkids, and Mother's Day pain and sorrow. I think we should start off with Mother's Day pain and sorrow. You know, jacket over stepkids, Mother's Day pain and sorrow, or rat invasion. One of those. I'll let you pick. Mother's Day pain and sorrow, jacket over stepkids, or rat invasion. You have 60 seconds to pick. Go. The chat room has enough people in the building to pick for themselves. Pain and sorrow, Naisha says. All right, Mother's Day, Missy Bram Bram says as well. Rat invasion. I got one rat invasion. Two pain and sorrow, Mother's Day. Mother's Day again, Donna Davis. Unstoppable Josh. I don't know what Taylor is. Oh, jacket. All right, we got one jacket, one of that. Two jacket then. All right, Mother's Day, Mother's Day, Mother's Day. I got more Mother's Day. Get Mother's Day out the way. So sad. Mother's Day pain, Mother's Day pain, Mother's Day pain. All right, so I want to get the Mother's Day stuff out the way already so we can move on to something else. I'm seeing mostly Mother's Day. Lovely Anika says Mother's Day. Tracy Chen says Mother's Day. Miss Goldie Robinson says Mother's Day. Andrew Reed says Mother's Day. Letitia Jones says Mother's Day. Morning blessings, Grace James. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you greatly. Missy Brum Brum says get the Mother's Day stuff out the way first. That's so sad. All right, Mother's Day, and we're coming down to 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reggae baseline channel, big up yourself. Rose Crossfield, Pain and Sorrow, reggae baseline channel says Mother's Day, and Mother's Day it is. We're gonna go with the Mother's Day one first. Boy, um, life can get so sad when it's saddy. Life can be so sad when it's sad. Life can be so happy when it's happy and so sad when it's sad, but that's life, you know. Some things are beyond our control. Um, if you've been paying attention to the news, you know over the weekend, which was the day before Mother's Day was yesterday, so this happened on Saturday. Yesterday being Sunday, Mother's Day. Saturday leading up to Mother's Day, a young girl was found in a barrel, upside down in a barrel. She had been murdered, sexually assaulted and murdered, and stuffed into a barrel upside down. And the guy that did it was on the run. It was one big piece of news going on because all news media houses were involved, all law enforcement were out, big manhunt going on. You know, before I even go into that information, somebody is helping him to hide. That's first of all, somebody is helping him to hide. And $2 million on his head. The government is involved actively. Let's go into what his mom has to say first. The mother, that you're going to hear her words now, is the mother of the individual. If you look at our icon this morning, the person you see all the way to the left of the screen on the picture for this video is the individual who is said to be wanted for what happened to this young girl. All right. In my wicked, this is his mom. His mother said, "In my wicked," and that is how the mother of Giovanni Ellis, accused of allegedly raping and killing a 9-year-old Kelsey Farragon, described her own son on what was a painful Mother's Day for her yesterday. It was painful for her. It was more painful for the mother who lost her daughter, her little 9-year-old girl. The mother, who asked that her name not be published, said that her heart sank when she heard what Ellis allegedly did to Farragon, the 9-year-old child. This is a child who we grew to love throughout our many interactions, the mother said. You see that little girl? It come in like my own picnic. Like my own picnic just dead. She's like my child, my own child to me. All of us interact. You always see me and hear. You always see me and her mother talk. We talk, but we never have a conflict. Nothing at all. So it really hurt hard. It really rocked my world, she said. Now it is alleged that her son, Ellis, sexually assaulted the 9-year-old Farragon before he killed her and then stuffed her body in a barrel inside of her house at Job Lane in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Friday. It is reported that Ellis had been released on bail before he committed this particular crime. The other thing is, it is reported he had been released on bail for similar incident. Them say a rape him did he was on lockup for and was released on bail. Ellis's mother, who lives in the same area where the 9-year-old girl and her family live, said that she was asleep when the incident occurred. She said that she was woken up by her brother, who informed her about what her son had done. My whole world get dark. Me weak. My body nervous. From Friday, me no get a good sleep. Me no eat nothing. The distraught mother said as she saw Ellis early Friday afternoon, and she was shocked that he had received bail. Even the mother, even his own mom was shocked that her son had received bail. She knew what her son had done, previously, and she thought there's no way they're gonna let him out, and him show up. And she said she was shocked that he had received bail. She said that her son had committed previous offenses such as rape and assault, and that she had refused to post his bail to teach him a lesson. All right, let me pause right here for a second. So yesterday, the Prime Minister went over to the mother of the 9-year-old. And in the comment section, I said that this is another political ploy. He has to be seen with the victim. Election time is here. It looked good. And the person said, come on now, SouFlo. I usually agree with you, but you're wrong on this one. Because the Prime Minister do this all the time. And I said, no, he don't. Because he doesn't go to everybody's yard whose children are murdered. Usually, every time you see this, there's some form of election running. And I have to remind that person that the general election, which is the main election, like election for the Prime Minister, is not the only election that takes place in Jamaica. Over time, you have the local elections, you have election for different seats and different constituencies leading up to the general election. So let me give you an example. Say, for instance, in Portland, the seat is up for contest in Portland. And then you have a PNP going against a JLP for that seat. Let's use, for example, Vaz versus, what's his name? Vaz Cartel Lawyer, I call him, but he has his own name, Isaac Buchanan. Vaz versus Isaac Buchanan, Vaz representing JLP, Isaac Buchanan representing the People's National Party. If a situation like this happened now in that constituency, right, the People's National Party would stand to gain from it, believe it or not. And the JLP, Jamaica Labour Party, would stand to lose from it because it is currently under JLP guardianship or leadership, then, for lack of a better word. It's their constituency. So you would have the Prime Minister here go in as the head of the JLP to visit the individual who just lost their child. It is always a political thing. I don't know why people can't sit through that and just think that, oh, it's out of the goodness of his heart. If it's out of the goodness of his heart, him not fit whole press conference on the scene and speak. I point to any other country, any other nation, their prime ministers, their presidents. They don't go to every scene every time somebody is killed in their country or every time a child is murdered or something like that. So I watch the timing of how this happens, right? But neither here nor there. I'm sure that is comforting for the individual who is going through it. Finnoa says she probably feel like she is somebody, that her loss is seen and heard and felt by even those who are higher up. But what they're actually deflecting, that I want you to see, is they're actually deflecting what it is they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be making remember we talked about this before? They're supposed to be making the sex offenders registry public. Start there. I don't want you to come visit me after a rapist that you let go come back into my community and then rape and murder one little girl within like 24 hours or so of him being released from where he should not have been released from. So, one, for the people who are slow, who really don't understand why I go at this angle, they need to put into place better laws, legislations. Rapists shouldn't be getting bail. He was not only locked up for rape, as far as it's written here, he was locked up for rape and grievous bodily assault and all kind of other something. People like that shouldn't be out on bail. Him just get locked up and him get bail again. His mother can't even believe say him get bail and it's her own son. The average mother would be like, I'm glad my son get bail. She's like, him on a good smarty. I can't believe say them give him bail. So when you see the Prime Minister come sit down, because they're failing to do what they're supposed to be doing, and the children and the people are suffering, and that's their way of distracting you. Oh, look, I'm a good Prime Minister, I'm going to sit down with the mother will lose our picnic. How about some friggin' laws in place? If the laws were in place that held people like him in there, that wouldn't have happened to that little girl then. The chances of that happening to her would have been far less. All right, so let's start out there. And then let's start out with the sex offenders registry. In Jamaica, a big rapist can rape off the people in picnic, go tangle with the law and do whatever, slap on the wrist little time the law gives him, they let him out. The people, the child who he raped, the people, the family that she comes from, they don't have a hey, heads up, he might come out tomorrow. They'll just one day be walking around and buck up in him and be like, oh damn, he back in the community. You understand? So a sex offenders registry is going to tell when that person is coming out, exactly what that person was charged for, how much time they did, where they reside. At least. See? So these are the things that they need to put in place, but they're not putting them in place. Then the more stuff like, and I hate this for Jamaica, and I always say this, the Jamaican people, they worship their politicians more than they hold them accountable. They literally worship their politicians more than they hold them accountable. I would want to be a politician in Jamaica because them would have just worship me. Apparently you don't have to do much, but dress nice and talk good and live in a one big house on the hill and present yourself as more than the people them that you represent, they're going to worship you, right? Because they aspire to have the things that you have. That's about it. Now, the mother of five, Ellis' mother, the guy who they're looking for but can't find, who I think for sure somebody is helping him to hide. The distraught mother said that the last time she saw her son was Friday afternoon and she was shocked. Now, mind you, this man get let out Friday. And by Saturday, this young girl dead. Raped, dead, killed, and stuffed upside down in a barrel. She said, me no have nothing to do with this young man. Nothing at all me no have to do with him. The mother of five. She said that Ellis is her third child. So she have two before him and two after him. Him in the middle. That's what we call a middle baby. She said that he was placed in the custody of his father when he was 2 years old. So it's not really she raised him. And is the only child to cause her so much heartache. When him come which part me there, he's just like a problem child. Him never lived with me for a good month yet. So me couldn't give you definite information about him background and how him stay. But me know say him wicked. That's his mom. That's his own mom. She said the youth was placed with his dad from he was 2 years old. And she raised him. And when him comes stay amongst her, he has never lived with her for more than a month yet. And she can't tell you definitely about his background, but what she do know is that him is a wicked. When do you so? Me can't tell you say, him wicked. Him no have no heart. And me no have none for him neither. She did an interview with the Jamaica Observer where she said that since the incident, she has reached out to Georgia Anderson, which is the mother of the 9-year-old Farragon, to express her deep condolences. Ellis's mother disclosed that she had lost one of her own children to violence, and therefore she understands some of the pain that the mother of this 9-year-old might be going through, even though it is her own son that caused them that pain. This is not a comforting, there is no comforting words that you can say to a person in this situation, she said, adding that she grieves with the mother of the slain 9-year-old. She had some advice for her son, and she said, you better you turn in yourself because the police station is the safest place for you. If me buck him up, it not gonna be pretty between me and him, is what his mother said. Uh, you know, first of all, I hate to say this or be this guy, but yeah, a mother, yeah, Roland. That's for show you how bad him is though. Cause one thing about Jamaican parents, me I tell you, all one time you're bad like sore foot. Jamaican parents now really talk bad about their children like that, you know. Then we talk bad about your inside of the house or to family. But when them go on news, go talk bad about you like this, you must know. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello. Hello. All right. Yeah, when them talk bad boy you like this, man, you must know. Elisa says the mother is saying he's wicked now because our sister spoke out against her. And Andre show, how could a judge give someone bail who also tried to rape a 1-year-old baby? Is that type of person. So the youth here is not okay in his head then. Obviously, it's not okay in his head. And I know somebody is going to say, SouFLo, excuse that. But if you really think about this, that's a clean clothes mad somebody. Obviously, a clean clothes mad somebody. Right? If I was the mother of the 9-year-old, is what I was going to say earlier, I wouldn't want to hear from the mother of this, the man who just raped my daughter and stuff her in a barrel upside down. Them say cut her throat, right? I wouldn't want to hear from her. She can't talk to me. She can't talk to me. I'm me are the kind of person where I hate to say it, but me will make she grieve again to, you know. Cause she talk about she lose one of her when them are ready to violence. You know, I might be the kind of person that make you lose the next one to violence. So you see like, oh, me I go through this now. You know, I see one person saying, I'm sending sympathy out to the mother because the mother left her daughter there, and I'm sure you didn't leave your daughter there thinking anything like that would happen to her. XYZ. Mr. Bounty Killer, I say, I want in Spanish Town. Like Bounty, I say, oh, no gone so soft. How come no road now block? How come no protest now going out the road? Like, you know, nobody, the only time them protest is when what? And that's become the saying. The saying is the only time them protest is when police kill gunman. And them try to cover up the gunman steps. I say, he was a good boy. He never involved in a nothing. Police kill innocent somebody. But what happened when time things like these happen to the children? It says a lot about the community that nobody has said anything. Now, I'll say this. Me know a certain community run. Like them have to go out, they go protest. And people who don't live in these communities don't know these things. But when a youth get licked down that is associated with certain things, badness in the area, I see the people them go out there and a protest, half of the time they have to go out there go protest. It's not because them want protest because only when gunman kill and them say a good youth. The people them that live in these communities live in fear. They've just figured out how to maneuver in their own community to stay safe. So again, the bigger problem is the type of government that we're living under and the fact that these types of community exist. Remember me telling you saying a community exists in a way, bad man see your daughter and tell your daughter about, hey girl, come here. You know your man a call, hey girl, come here, you know your gunman a call you. Bring your pussy, come give me. Brawling, just like that. Just like that. We live in a society where when you say what is happening in these communities, you have those who are holier than thou art. From them hear profanity, them put two fingers in them ears hole. Oh my God, I can't even watch SouFLo this morning because you know the foul language and he's cursing and I just can't stand when he speaks like that. People actually live so in a community where gunman roll up on your daughter and say, yo girl, bring your pussy come give me. I want that. She knows if her parents are no gun people. Her mother and father are no gun people. So how she gonna survive in our community now? Hmm? So when you see the people them out there and they're not protesting when stuff like this go on, you can't blame them. If you feel like they should be out there protesting, go lead the protest. Go lead the protest. You know, be the change you want to see. But nobody fault the people them because you don't live in their shoes. You don't live in their community. You don't know how that run. And you don't know how they must survive inside of them type of community there. It's not necessarily that they are complicit. It's not necessarily that they are them like Wagwan. It's they're trying to survive themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah, Sherrock promotion. Intimidate the people them with badness. And the people them afraid. Remember I told you all the story, which it was a very popular story out of Jamaica, which we covered. The woman with the two daughters them, I keep on bringing the story back up. The woman with the two daughters them who her daughter them a walk street and every day man I tell them about, hey girl, bring a pussy come give me one that you know. Remember? And they went and told their parents because mother and father live together in a same house, raising their children. Their daughters are very different from the rest of the community. They don't really go outside and associate. Them cut down the road, go to school, them take them book and them come back home. And I remember what happened. They said them sneak up on the house. Summertime in Jamaica, it's hot outside. You let the fan blow in the room and sleep with your window them open. Because the window have on the burglar bars, right? So you can just open the window pane and make some cool breeze come in and make a fan circulate it. The two sisters them share a room on two different bed. Gunman go the same day when them tell them mother that the guy them down the street I tell them about bring them front, come get them and them want pussy from them. A man go there at the house and push him hand through the window and shoot the two sisters them in a them bed while them asleep. One live and one dead. So y'all be out here holier than thou art. Don't even know what these people be going through. You know, I've learned over the years because I used to be one of them that used to say the same thing too. You know, if you want to clean up your community, work with the police. What I talk about? And then I realized, hold on there, wait. Some of them police can't be trusted. Some of them police here actually work with the gunman them in the area. So there has been instances where somebody got brave enough and said, "Me want to clean up this area." And run go tell the police, and what police do is run go tell them gunman friends say, "Yo, SouFLo, oh, tell we say, and you him say those XYZ round that corner the other day. You see, if you don't want that, make it go court or on no thing mash up, handle that. Next thing you know, big mouth dead." That's so then I started saying, "Oh wow. Maybe because I'm sitting in a different place, I had to start taking a different look at the dynamics of these communities. Me, I sit in a different place where me know say, if me call and tell the police, say, hey, hello, yeah, there's XYZ, them deal with that and me no get nothing no happen to me. But that's not how Jamaica run, right? Yeah, the PM tell them to leave doors and windows open. No, the PM said by the time he is done, the doors and windows would be open to your house because I just saw the place like a crime free and nice. Hasn't lived up to that. And now they're pushing for us to believe that they're gonna be even a minister of national security, Dr. Horace Chang, the other day got super overzealous and said we will definitely be below 1,000 this year in murders in Jamaica. Then we look again, we see the man, not even a month later, say we will definitely be below 600. I say, must have drink mad puss piss to rotted. You think we're going to go from over 1,000 last year to under 600 this year because of election year? And you want to see the people them buying this. They just drinking up the Kool-Aid, you know. They're like, yes, come with it. Yes. So every time now the police kill somebody, you hear, kill out them Ross, yes, kill out the whole of them. I wonder if them kill some more, because every time them kill, the more we see them come on TV and say, murder rate dropped 10%, murder rate dropped 20%, murder rate dropped 30% this month, murder rate dropped 35% this month. So if them keep on kill, so murder rate might drop 100%. This is the logics of the people. Now, I have to work this in here, right? Watching what happened to this little girl, and then watching the comment sections under the news media houses like the Observer and the Star and Gleaner and them. You know, me read the comment sections of those to gauge the temperature of the people them. And I saw a long train of JFJ yesterday, like everybody turned enemies of the JFJ. Yeah, which part the JFJ them they know? Why you not see JFJ out marching in the streets now? Only one time gunman get killed, JFJ come out and talk about police shouldn't be killing nobody. JFJ, which part them there? Them point to this youth that did this or that they're looking for, and they say people like him, JFJ, are trying to protect. And I said to myself, I have to do some educating this morning. I have to do some educating this morning because what I realized just happened in Jamaica is that the JFJ, which is Jamaicans for Justice, is now on everybody's hit list and has been labeled anti-police. Has been labeled anti-police. Me see a police pull over a man and them a videotape the police, and the police ask the man about, are you for the police or are you against the police? What kind of system that we are living in? First of all, if you pull me over as a police officer and ask me about if you are for the police or against the police, you see, you have either a 9mm by your side or you have a rifle in your hand. I am for the police, sir. You see, when my car drive off, if I'm not for you, me I say suck your mother in the ear and keep going about my business. Why are you hemming up people on the side of the road and talk about are you for the police or are you against the police? And I'm so aggressive with it, like if the man they ever say I am against the police or I'm not for what y'all are doing or anything to contrary to what him want to hear, like the man with a dead on the spot. We have to address JFJ and what they're there to do. I've realized over the years that my people, Jamaican people, a lot of them are like the level of ignorance is so astounding. A lot of them are so buried in their ignorance that they will kill. Yo, them people that will kill you even though you're the one fighting for them. That's been my experience over the years. They will murder you even though you're the one that's fighting for them. Them so ignorant, them not even know say are you a fight for them. So let me put JFJ in perspective. Call me here, your call, but the last time I answer the call, something wrong with your phone. So through me no want to lose my chain of thought. If you're watching, I'm not answering right now. Give me like 5 minutes or so. Let me finish what I say so I'm gonna lose my chain of thought. Because I think this is very important for me to get out. All right. I did answer before. You didn't answer. Something not go on with your phone. I heard it breaking in and out. So we're gonna rest that for a minute. Let me say what I say. Obviously the caller probably not watch. Anyhow, I have to clear JFJ up. Jamaica for Justice. Jamaica for Justice is calling for strategic implementation of body cameras on our officers. And they're also calling for accountability and transparency from our police officers. That came on the heels of 100 and something people killed by police in Jamaica in the first 3 months of the year or something like that, or 4 months of the year, right? In the first 4 months of the year, I think. Where I'm bothered at is that the Jamaican people are not understanding that what JFJ is calling for is for the betterment of all of us, is for the benefit of all of us. For instance, when you point to a person like the guy that just did this to that little girl, and you say a people like him, JFJ trying to protect. Let me give you another view on this. It's people like you, JFJ, are trying to protect so you don't get shoot down and be accused of being somebody like him and then have no proof and them just sweep it under the rug because everybody say, oh, anybody police kill, I saw, I dead them for dead. Police say I'm a gunman, a gunman. Police say I'm a rapist, a rapist. Police say me shoot off of them, we believe them did shoot off of them. Come on. We seem to like be forgetting that Jamaica constabulary forces highly corrupted. That's something that we must accept at first, right? And we always say big up to the good police officer them, because without them, dog would have nyam with supper, but we can't get past the fact that there are many there who are not to be trusted. So when time we are asked for accountability and clarity, some transparency, and simply implementing body cameras in a strategic manner so that there can be that level of clarity and then trust can be built between the people and the law enforcement officers who serve and protect. That's not something you should be fighting against. That's something you should be hoping happens. Yeah, because we have a thing in our culture where we all do this. Like bandwagonists. Me not do it. I'm sitting outside looking and watching it happen. Bandwagonists. All it takes is one person to say yeah, then two more say yeah, and then five say yeah. From one group gathered that says yeah, here comes 1 million to say yeah, two don't even know why they must say yeah. So we have some people now who are anti-JFJ because the JFJ has now been seen as anti-police, and suddenly everybody is for police, forgetting that the police need work to fix up themselves so that they can be trustworthy. Trustworthy is something you prove enough. Trustworthy is something that's proven. If I can come to the police and say, yo, you see the house next door to me? Them definitely I sell drugs out of the house. All prostitution are going in the backyard at night time. Me look through my own window and see it. And I can trust the police to set up a proper sting, coordinate and time everything right, flush out the house, they make proper arrests, clean up next door so my kids them can go outside and play or look through them window without seeing a dirty woman pan a backers by one nasty boy, right? If I could trust them enough to do that, then I can say, okay, we can make our community safe. But if me in my house I'm afraid, and me I say, I can't really trust the police, you know, because I know we are going in the neighborhood, but I can't tell them because me see him and him with the police boy there already, and them thump fist and drink round the corner, this and body up and everything. I can't tell them nothing. I'm afraid. So I go on like me no see nothing and no say nothing. This is what JFJ is fighting for. Okay? So again, Jamaican people, the Jamaicans for Justice, the group, is not anti-police. They want police to do them job properly. We want you see the nasty people them like the boy who will do this to the girl. Yeah, we want people like them that for dash way. Now here's the thing. You have to be careful who I get dashed with. As much as we want those who do certain things to be removed from our society, you have to make sure say you're getting the right people first. You can't just go around shooting down people and then next thing you just say, yes, he was a suspect, in the murder of Antonio James from 2 summers ago. You never put out a wanted poster for that youth there before. Him not depend no paperwork. Him nobody never hear about him being a suspect. Him circle them a community on a regular basis every day. Walk all past uno in front of we too. So how come all of a sudden on the murder him now in the night of the middle night and he was a suspect in the murder of somebody 2 summers ago? You see what I'm saying? So it kind of make the people them sound right when they say the boy never have no gun on him. He never do nothing to shoot him, shoot him down, kill him. The way how we clear that up, is exactly what the JFJ is asking for. A strategic implementation of body cameras on our officers. That doesn't make you anti-police. Matter of fact, that's even building credibility with the police. So this will work to the betterment or to the benefit of the JCF. Because anytime people accuse them of nothing, they can say, no, because we have body cam footage. Here it is. It's like here in the US, right? Body cam footage get released all the time. And usually when an incident happens, everybody makes their own assumption. And then when the body cam footage is released, it's like, well, yeah, nothing we can say there. Or you can say, damn, that's murder. That man didn't do anything, they killed him. Or you can say, well, kind of give him life still. But immediately you're able to make a definitive yay or nay. And that builds credibility, that builds trust. So again, it's not anti-police. It's actually looking out for us, the people, the police, Jamaica as a society on a whole. Everybody is cool with gunman getting killed, no explanation needed until it's your family member, your favorite cousin, your brother, your sister in the car will get caught up with police gunshot killer. Until it's yours, and then you know for sure. My brother wasn't involved in anything like that. A part of them I come from late. Oh, now you want everybody to cry with you, right? Right. So again, JFJ is serving their purpose. Let them serve them purpose. All right, because it's very necessary. It is. Good police officers, very necessary. Groups like JFJ, very necessary. That's how we deal with it. JFJ, this group has the wrong name. They are not fighting for justice for all Jamaicans, only for criminals. See there? And you see, no matter how I talk, and you see how me take my time and break that down, here is somebody right here saying in the comment section, still saying the same thing. Here goes Robert Wright right here in the comments. JFJ, this group has the wrong name. Jamaicans for Justice. They are not fighting for justice for all Jamaicans, only for criminals. But you see somebody like Robert now. Robert, if me ask you right now to pick up the phone and call in, right? Because it's free to call in and anybody can do it. I want you to pick up the phone and call in because it's people like you who are spreading that narrative and that's going to come back to damage everybody. Because when groups like JFJ go away, none of uno now going to be brave enough to stand up for everybody else when everybody else family members are get gunned down and police are shoot without impunity. He knows, Donna. He knows exactly what the meaning of JFJ is. Some Jamaican head does hard like dry coconut and you can't tell them nothing. And no matter how you try to reason with them, even when you take your time and break it down to basics to where a friggin' child can understand it, them still stick to the friggery and the foolishness and still use the internet to spread false narrative. This ain't back in the day. False narrative is dangerous nowadays. That's why you have to nip it in the bud when you see it, because the internet is a place where allows stuff to pick up speed. So you say 2 lies now, and before you know it, you got 50,000 followers on them 2 lies you just told just now. They are Jamaicans for justice. That's what they are. And all the people in the comment section after me, coming on, gonna beat that to death, you know. I'm hoping who hears it and say, you know what, SouFlo makes sense. And them people let me try reach. The rest of you ain't trying to reach you. I don't give two, you know what you think. Because you have to think what you want to think anyway, regardless. But I tell you this. Life has a funny way of placing situations in your lap directly for you to deal with it. And I bet you your ass are going to ball out for your JFJ one of them days. Yeah. You'll see. You will see. One day you're going to ball out for your JFJ. Because remember, you know, the whole way with big family them in Jamaica, and I like say, everybody, or your family empty out, them gone, you don't have nobody in Jamaica. All right. Even if I'm in a foreign, you saw a JFJ for the year. Because, or Jamaica for justice, so that'd be a US for justice, something. One group like them should be here too. But the thing is, we have groups like those here. And the people understand why these groups exist. Right? Yes, Dorothy T, and that's the scary part. Lies are becoming the norm. Lies are becoming the norm. And people love the lies. Them love the lies, you know? No, reggae girl, don't make no excuse for him. He's not illiterate. He's very literate. Him know exactly what him read. Him know exactly what he heard. They just live in that ignorance. A lot of Jamaicans do it. They choose to be ignorant. I guess it's something cool about being ignorant. I guess it's something cool about being a big dummy. And you know the funny thing is, if you try to have a conversation with them to their face, they're like the people that throw rocks and hide their hands. Me? No, sir, never me. I know that, me say. Lies have plenty of persons following it. Yeah, and the dangerous thing about a lie is if you tell it long enough and repeat it enough, it starts to look like it's the truth. It starts to look like it's the truth. If you tell a lie long enough and repeat it enough, it starts to look like it's the truth. Your life should be an example of that. The whole I want to know stuff I know I hear. You've been hearing this since you were little. And you just know how many years old you are today when you find out that I know so it go. Because they told it long enough. And you've heard it many, many times over. You automatically assumed it was the truth. All right. We want Jamaica better, man. So we cannot be anti-police. We want Jamaica better. I know my Jamaican people. Me know that we have some unruly people. Not all of us. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning. Hello. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. This is Donna Thompson.
Ah, Donna, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right, talk to us.
First, let me tell you, today's my birthday, but I'm not so happy.
Oh, I was just gonna say happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
You're not so happy.
SouFlo.
Go on.
Let me call up some people I know.
Mm.
This guy, what he claims said, rape the child, right? There must be antecedents in front of the people in a high places, right? Who prepare bail for him, so him can get bail. Remember, saying got jail or anything, right? So let me tell you something. This is the people that want to make law and the judge and all these people what sit on their high horses will grant this man bail. Then triple time wickeder than the brother I am.
Now,
so if you look at the little, look what you little. If you will read one thing that she can get with, and you put on rape and a killer.
Yeah. And the fact,
you know, so the people who have what a beer granted, you pick one. A wicked people.
Yeah.
They have this altar and a portal what them have feed. How can you bear a man like this? 10 years ago or 11 days ago.
Say it again. Wait there. Don't go past that. Hold on. Say it again. Them have them what?
Have them portal and portal what they have.
Them have them altar and them portal where them a feed. All right.
Yes.
All right. Talk now.
So so look what this dirty man began trying and I can't even describe him. So maybe around 12 or 13 days since him bailing for a 1 year when I try rape and you granting bail, Jesus Christ. Oh, mighty God of Daniel.
And they do this all the time. Them do this all the time.
And they do this all the time.
All right.
So how come no one better Jamaica?
All right.
Such a man like that.
All right. They do this all the time, my friend. That's why I left the comment yesterday where I said us Jamaicans seem attention span because this is nothing new. Many Jamaican parents are out there grieving the same way this mother will grieve for her 9-year-old daughter because I know the first time me go through story like this, them do this all the time. All right. You know.
Today. All right, finish. What you gonna say?
No, me not gonna say. Me feel like somebody set us like this and give these people.
So, hear me, no man. The government wicked. The government wicked. Whichever government then wicked, because they can't wicked no more. How can you protect these people? Release the sex offender, the sex offender register, and release it to the public, man.
Exactly.
You make them live for people, children, who's picking them live for poor people, piss me. This is not tone.
And that's why they're not worried.
They're not worried.
And them have them connections.
Anything to poor people, people. Just imagine a scream and another child scream and all, but let me tell you all something, Jamaicans, anybody who are listening.
But hold on, no.
Look here, no man.
Wait, no. You say, imagine the scream and holler, she scream and holler. In mother house, it happening, you know.
Yeah, oh, mighty God, I'm so many moments.
So, no, you know, your mother said she was sleeping.
Oh, you mean sleep? What kind of sleep? You can't sleep. So you're on the anesthesia. You're going to sleep. You can't sleep. You don't hear that. So, here I know. So. It's approaching Joe Blaine. And if I'm seeing Joe Blaine, one, you know. Oh, Joe Blaine, right? I'm so quiet.
Joe Blaine, badness, trouble down, man. Joe Blaine, badness,
trouble
down.
I'm so quiet. Other day when they kill him in a Spanish town. And they're not even Spanish town, I tell you, you know. They kill him for Washington Boulevard. I know I tell the people in my house. So, I don't know what kind of Jamaica they run. I don't know what they go on in Jamaica, but the children them and the women them attack. And we are the attack. So come about my age. So today I'm 60 years old. 60, if in case you don't remember right.
See.
I'm 0. Alright? And so me used to money. And me know how to ride money. And like that, we can take a rape, but if that child one never touch. Eh? Just imagine, but the lawmaker, them and the people in around Jamaica, we don't need to put up the body no more and hide, don't for nobody again, who molest people and kill people, and really
And they will continue to do it, my friend. They will continue to do it until who is in power. You see, every time I say something like this, right? Here comes the minions for, say, Andrew Holness. The thing is, he's the one that's in power. And if I was saying this under another leader, me would have said that leader their name. So it's not a JLP, PNP thing for me. I just want the person who is in power to do what is necessary to make these changes, right? All right. Him can do it, you know. Him can do it, you know.
But I've been born so far, I mean, I know when I go stop born with them to pick me when I'm terrorized and do all kind of things. But
I can tell you, sir, stay safe, you know.
Universe give them what they want. Anyway, SouFlo.
Go try. You try enjoy your birthday same way here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, my friend. Cause life comes with all this, you know. Life comes with all this. Some of these women breed demons and they love and worship their sons, says PLJ Happy. Some of them breed demons, love and worship them sons. Some of them abuse them son when them son them did little. That part they don't know to talk about. Some of them about love sons. Some of them abuse them pick me when them did little, neglect them pick me when them did little, do all kind of something to a picnic. The picnic end up turn demonic. You remember the youth when they call we? We say every girl with him there with have to take beating. Remember? And I said I was gonna hang up the phone on him because I don't want to hear no conversation like that. But I said I can't hang up because I actually want to dig into your mind to find out why you think like that. Because I think a joker did a joke at first, but the boy said me nah joke SouFlo, me dead serious. Any girl me there would have to take lick. She have to take beating. I said, why? Why? Now that me know say you're not joke here, man. He said, SouFlo, I grew up in a house, right? My father gone left me. Left me with beer woman in the house. Beer girl pick me as my cousin them, sister, and my mother, my grandmother, and my auntie. Beer woman in the house. I was the only boy. And he said the amount of abuse where him get and the amount of beating with them beat him till him them half kill him. And him said from he was a little youth, he make up his mind. Say he can't wait to get old enough to start put on lick on some woman, some females. That demon was created by his granny and his mother. There wasn't no love, there was no compassion. The youth sit and talk with we. Him say him couldn't cry because them used to say, well, you cry for your girl picnic, more lick on top of that. Him say him couldn't talk. Well, you try you chat so much, your girl picnic, more lick on top of that. So I don't love the picnic them too much, make the picnic them go so. Abuse the picnic them take from them little while them turn rash, demonic and start exude these kind of behaviors. You created a psychopath. You abused him from he was really young. And he was in a house full of all females. He couldn't wait to get old enough to start strangle someone. Remember me telling us when them are cooking in the kitchen used to be one of my biggest pet peeve. I grew up in Jamaica as a picnic. Because I used to run go in the kitchen every time me hear pot cover lift up. And I hope so them more broke off like a piece of fish where I fry or pop a piece of stew chicken give me in my hand or something. Because I see them, the grown people them up in the pot and them out of the pot all the time. And me there I look for someone and them I tell me about wait till your dinner. Go around the song and wait till your dinner ready. And I always say to myself, I can't wait till I grow big. Because I cook myself one big pot of rice and peas and I never have the whole life. I cook myself one big pot of stew chicken and I eat half the whole life. And I eat it while I cook it too. Because nobody now going to tell me no. You hear when me did I wish to get older for do? So imagine the little youth what did I take beer box down, kick down, thump up, bust head, bust up lip, beat down, whale up skin from beer woman. I can't wait till I get some of them. Any woman me there would have to get blood clot beaten, she have to take lick. So yeah, my friend, and I love them, make them stay so, but love too much. Love different. If you actually love your son, there is nothing called loving too much. And I love. Some females take out their issues with the father and their children, and it's sad. And we all need therapy seriously. Pray that he realize he need help. I tried to talk to him right here upon this same platform right there, so. And I tell the brother saying needs. I wanna we live them from gone back when. I said, bro, you need help. You need counseling. You need to sit down with somebody and tell you know the man say. Him say him know that. But right now I'm not looking no help. I satisfy himself first. So any woman in there will have to take lick. I said, damn, I feel sorry for any female that's with you. Him said, me too. Imagine from a man meet you, him know say I'm gonna beat you. And you over there, I think, oh my God, he's so tall and he's so handsome and him just so nice. And him said nice things to me and he's so caring. And in a female mind, any girl when me take off to get blood clot beaten on you, I can't wait to kill you with lick. Poor you not even know nothing. Right? You're getting romanced away, swept off your feet. I'll start tell your friend them about this new man. Boy, girl, you know something not really want in no relationship right now, but me I say, boy, John, you know, him just make me feel like say, you know, he's the one, you know. He's the one, like him do everything perfect and everything, and one day out of the blue you get your first thumping on your mouth. And you wonder where that for? And it come with a I'm sorry. And follow up shortly after that with the next one, even worse than the first one. And your whole heart and everything in that the relationship they know already, right? Kind so nice. This is what he does. And he does it because of how he was treated, beaten non-stop by mother and him grandmother. No father there to rescue him. Yeah. Yes, Jerome. Boy, Jerome. John just jump in at the place. Boy. Audrey Wright says him better pray say him not buck up in the one them we are gonna kill him backside when them lick them before. Yeah, that is possible. But also pray say him don't kill somebody daughter. That part there. We can pray say him not buck up in the girl we kill him because she not take no lick from no man, but let's pray say him don't kill nobody daughter because that's more than likely to happen. You know? That's more than likely to happen. Yeah. Nick says sad but true. Ladies, stop loosely bringing men around your children. Poor 9-year-old shaking my head. You know, the 9-year-old story go a little further. So turning point. PM advocates for changes to the sex offenders registry following gruesome murder of 9-year-old. I want to go back and look at videos I have done over the years where we call for, you see the same time we are called for the CCTV with central monitoring points, the same time we're calling for the national DNA database, the same time we're calling for the way how biometrics is collected in Jamaica to be changed, the same okay, for instance, right, you see that youth here, that same youth here, where them let out on bail, them goodly don't even have the man fingerprint on record. They goodly don't have no DNA database that his stuff is in on record. So when them let him out on bail now, and him go 2 communities over from which part them let him out and rape somebody and escape, all left everything on the scene. Them can't match him to nothing. We've been calling for years for all this. We've been calling for years for the age of consent to be increased. We've been calling for years for the sex offenders registry to be public. We've been calling for years for the CCTV central monitoring points. We've been calling for years for the whole of them something here. Only when election time come around, you hear them talk about, well, now we're looking into revising. Hold on there. Hi, Pretty. Pretty, you working with this pink glasses today?
It's not pink.
It's not pink. What color is that then?
Purple.
Purple?
Yes.
Daddy blind. Want me to clean your glasses off so you can see it? Say morning to the people.
Morning.
Morning, mommy. Give me some love. Give me some sugar. I love you. You want to put on the glasses? Okay. You want to do your outfit check?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Come stand up on daddy.
Yeah.
They've seen this pants before. I like this one. This pants right here is her, well, you don't need a belt because it has elastic in the waist. This is her cheetah print, but it's more like a fatigue cheetah print. These are some loose jeans.
Yes.
They're like super loose, girly. Gotta show your shoes off, girly. Show the shoes off. So we're rocking some, oh, you gotta get in the camera though. Okay, so we're rocking some suede top Adidas and put the foot down. And that's black and white. And then we got our white tees, which is very thin because it's very hot here in Florida at the moment. Hold on there. Let me take the mic off of me. But it's very hot here in Florida at the moment. Them can't, I think they can't hear what we're saying. Jump down for daddy. And look at her glasses, everybody.
They're golden.
Okay, so today we're back over. We're back over here. Look. Oh, look at the hearts, mommy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's a lot of pink hearts for the girly. Well, I can't hear crazy boy Kai 5. But think you couldn't hear me. Let me put this back on me. All right. Say thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So pretty girl is off to school. And daddy will see you later.
Yeah, can you pick me some blue chips at Walmart?
Bring you some blue chips?
Yeah.
Okay.
At Walmart.
At Walmart? Okay. All right. Tell the people have a good day.
Have a good day.
All right. And you go have a good day too. Give me love. Have a good day, okay?
Are you both guys gonna pick me up?
Me and mommy gotta pick you up?
Yeah.
Okay, mommy. I love you.
Love you. What?
Your mommy going to the gym?
Mommy, are you going to the gym? She is going to the gym.
Okay. All right. Back to us though. Thank you for that. And for those of you who never been here before to see that, that's Malani. That's my baby girl. She's 4 years old and she's off to school. She have a little section here that we call outfit check, where she like to show what outfit she's wearing today. Right? All right. Daddy, don't forget the blue chips. Says Missy Brown Brown. You hear? She said go get them from Walmart. She said go get them from Walmart. I need some of that heat. I'm still on the blanket, Dorothy T. Oh no, Dorothy T. It's nice here. We're in, I think we're bored. I think yesterday, day before yesterday, we even hit 90 degrees here. We're in the high 80s, mid 80s to early 90s is what we're dealing with right now. All right. Yes, Kata Joy Empress. The blue chips is Dorito Ranch flavor. Yo. I'm gonna have fun with my friends, says G Nation. I saw she go to school. I'm gonna have fun with my friends. You know, the beautiful thing is, soon she'll be going to the same school with Kai, with her brother, starting next after the summer break, starting back next. So it'll only be one drop off and one pickup. Right now, a 2 drop off, 2 pick up, 2 different school. So it gets greater later. It gets greater later. Morning, Elaine Brown. Thanks for being here, family. Nan says the best chips ever. Boy, the chips, those do taste good, especially if you get some dip to go with it, right? Poor John again, millionaire Jace. That's your son's favorite chips too? SouFLo, I sent some rain to you. Hello. No, not do it, because it was raining all morning this morning. But y'all gotta remember something, right? You see how it's hot here, even though you might be in the cold? A hurricane season for us now. That's what's creeping in, is our hurricane season. So any day now we're gonna start here. Hurricane is building up out in the Atlantic and it's heading this way. It'll be about 24 hours before we know if it's gonna hit the coast of Florida. The winds are picking up there at 75 miles per hour. And that's every year. Every year we go through a period in Florida where everybody is like this. Nail biting, like, please don't come this way, don't come this way. My insurance up if the house blow away, if my roof come off. If please don't come this way, don't come this way. And it hits some part of Florida every year. We just lucky. So which part me there? Where I'm at is like an area that it almost never gets hit. We get some breeze, some heavy breeze that might tear up some stuff, but we never get like a complete blowdown, you know. And I'm hoping that it stays that way forever. Gonna know so nothing no last forever. All right. So yeah, you might be in a little snow and whatnot, but the snow now move your house, go down the street. You know, take off your whole roof where you have to go pay $15,000 put back on, or if your insurance don't kick in feet. It's raining in Georgia. It was raining all morning this morning. It was raining so hard this morning, I wanted to start the live at 6 o'clock just for the fun of it. I said, let me catch some people where I go work early, like from 6. And the way the rain was beating on this window right here, it felt like somebody was outside just up on the glass. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to upload the immigration video that I put up this morning. The one that says marrying a U.S. citizen no longer guarantees a green card. Right. I just decided to put that up and get the rain some time to stop. But it rained for like a good hour and a half straight this morning. So we getting rain here. Nobody send me no more rain. We're good. I just need the rain to go away. I didn't go to the beach this weekend, but I've been going to the beach a lot. I went to the beach last weekend. I went to the beach before that weekend. I went to the beach before that. I went to the beach the last 3 weekends in a row. This weekend, my daughters were like, I'm not going to the beach this weekend with you. You can go. I'm staying home. So because them get tired of the beach. But my son's getting ready to go off to college, man. And I was trying to spend as much time with them as possible, you know. My oldest one, he might get ready to go to college. So I'm going to actually drive him up there. You know what? I might even go live on the road trip up and the road trip back. At least on the road trip up. I won't, yeah, I might go live on the road trip up when I go to drop him off. Because I got to go drop him off, I believe is it this weekend coming up? Let me see. Today is the 12th. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, yeah, sometime soon, about in the next 6-7 days, I got to go drop him off the campus. He's going away for college, but it's not so far away, like in another state or something. It's on the edge of Florida, which is like a good drive away from home. So I'm still in the state, regardless, but he going away, right? You know, here I'm going to brag on Dorothy T about him beach. Yes, the beach, right? I live close to the beach, man. And the beach pretty, you see? The beach pretty. I can't wait for a real summer to kick in though, cause before summer in Florida, the beach where me live close by, that beach they're rough. The water them rough. I still go swimming in it, but you gotta be a real good swimmer to go out there, else rip current will take you away, right? I start swimming right here, and in no time, I'm 50 meters down the beach, in the water, and you don't even realize it till you look up and you see the people them who you come with, or your tent or something way down there. So you just swim, go back to it. So if you're not a good swimmer, rip current to take you away. But when time the summer comes in proper and it's real hot outside, the water almost stands still. Give a little wave every now and then, but it almost stands still. And that's when the beach is the nicest right there. I can stay in the water all day and all these things. Take a trip to Florida if you've never been to Florida before. Make sure you get to one of the parts of Florida though we're close to the beach, because I know all parts of Florida close to the beach. Some parts of Florida are landlocked in, and them not have no beach around there. So, all right. Wait, Jules, I'm gonna brag about my beach now. You know, answer me, little bro. Why you ask me, sis? Me not see your question. It's nice in New York City. It's pretty warm here. Uh-oh. We in England have a few days nice weather. Today is rather cold, says Ice Lady. Still raining here in West Palm Beach from early morning. See, it was raining. West Palm Beach ain't too far from where I'm at. It's a little drive, but it ain't too far. Mr. Bram Bram, ask me the question again. Me miss your question. I don't know what you ask me. You get no nookie in the rate, no sir. No, cause mom's not too happy right now. I don't know, some foolish argument again. One of them thing there, you know. No, you know, me chat up my business already. Some foolish argument again. So rain a fall and breeze a blow and me not get nothing. That's how I go still. Them say they say when you get married you must get ready to not get none. Wow. This is why polygamy instead of monogamy. Alright, make we talk about something else. You talk yourself out of a good time, says. Yeah, but me don't want nobody have me on the manners like that though. When me have to say what them want me to say just so me can get some. No. No. When me I get good too. So you have to know how to say what you need to say. When me want hear you say sometime too in order to get some too. So me can hold out too. I have the prize too. Not well, I have the prize too. You will get some later says Karen notice. Pray for me. Pray for me because I need it. I need it. I need some. Yeah, pray for me. Pray so me get some. At that time it good. Mm. No, you know, you hear what? If you hold out for too long, you know, you come in like when man come from prison, you know, just whop and pop off. Done. Yeah, and you know, so we are big people, so and I like one time where you say right away again kind of thing. We're not there right away again. Again, we are big man now. We there again is the kids have to go get pick up right now and yeah, which bill never paid today. And could have done a final notice or yeah, it take a while. So the whole out something there. Listen, ladies. Let's break up the monotony. Let's go to this before we go to our next subject. The whole out something they don't do it. Don't do it too much. I know they say absence makes a heart grow fonder, and you know when you hold out a little bit, then you and it's intense and so, yeah, but that's not really true necessarily. Because if you're holding out because of resentment and argument, then half of the time when we get it, we still not even bother want it. You know, because the resentment build up so much. You must make resentment build up, and then when we do get it and we do want it, is like you know, two stroke, you have to stop and wait, because you deal with good things, you know, good nookie. So you have to like two more stroke, you have to bite the teeth and you have to pray to God above. You have to imagine like cockroaches crawling out of some tree, the big Madagascar cockroach them, where this, you have to think about ants nest and all kind of thing. You have to think about dog and do the outside and you have to move dog and run away. Move around and say no after that. Because you can't think about anything else, you know, because you will pop off and when you pop off it done. And the pop off come too quick because you did a hold back from when we back up. Back up and one release back. Yeah. And not a good thing. Not a good thing. So what you want to do, you see, is when you're upset, you give it away. Give more. Give more. I'm vexed right now. Come take some. That's how it good. All right, and get more and more and more. That way we get training and proper training. You see an athlete now that is it. Look what Usain now. Usain can't run now like what used to run. Imagine today's Usain running against Usain Bolt that was in the Olympics, the one that get the 7 or 9 gold medal them. Can't work. It takes training, and then you see the body change and the six-pack come in and the body slender and look different. Them kind of something there. So you have to keep us in shape with the nookie. That means I have to constantly give it to us. Although we don't want to give to it. Same way, just constantly just give it. When you don't want to, give it to us. When we don't want to, give it to us. When you're sad, give it to us. When you're happy, give it to us extra. Just keep on giving it to us, giving it to us. All it does is condition us to be able to handle it properly. That time we can do things. But if you keep on a whole out just when the buffy get exciting, see them? Pop off the 4 rounds in a clip. Done. Done. Yeah. Do squats, bro. Yo. Hold on there. Me I plead my case, Nance. Me I plead my case. Me I beg like a prayer for all of too. Cause me don't know me I gonna deal with it today, but me I gonna deal with it. I plan on dealing with it. So when I'm gonna coordinate this live to end about a good little 30 minutes or so before she come from the gym, and then I'm gonna try approach it the proper way and see what can go on. These kind of things can do like a making up the day. Yeah. Do squats, bro. Build up your testosterone. LOL. I want you to try say, Chris. Chris, I want you to try say, me drop off. Eh? Boy, here what? I don't care what kind of testosterone you deal with, you see? You see, when you're dealing with one of those, something that when me I talk about, me not talk about the one then where you're jumping and go donkey lengths. Like a little bit of no traction, no did them. Me I talk about the one then where you have to just go in there. You can't do all of that the way you talk about. Testosterone or not. Popping off. That me I try to tell you. Popping off. Them women I know me I talk about. Some of them I walk around with one of them sitting there. You ever see them walk like it a squeeze them yet? Them dangerous. Them one day. You have different walks. Sometimes we look past a woman now. Me I say to myself, boy, she walk like she hate that. She hate what she carry. It look like it does. Want to hear it out, cause it just like it's hanging loose. And then you have someone who walk like it's so tight, like it even a squeeze you. That kind of one there, them one they dangerous. Them one they dangerous. God is good. God is really good. Cause to be blessed, to be able to enter, divine piece of creation, Almighty God. Yes, God is really good. I must give thanks. Yeah, all the time, my friend. All the time. All the time. I tell you. Yeah, Audrey, when it's a squeeze, all sheet a squeeze. Yeah, you have to fight to go in there. I have to fight to come out. Now, don't forget that one that we have to fight to come out. We have to fight to come out. Yeah, but you never get one of them there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
What is going on over here?
Me don't know, What go on, bro?
Wait a preaching this morning.
Wait there, bro. Yeah, I get fine. You have to fight to come out. When you try to pull you and you feel like you grab your muscle, I have to say, let me out. Jesus, please. Well, like Christian, them gone left the chat. We go from 999 to 891. Quick fast.
Oh, you can play it after because over the years, there's the time where when it's nice, and you pop off, you stop, and then you'll have kiss her and a character.
Yeah,
but we know that enough time the woman them know how much attack at strike.
Yeah.
They know that you're watching me.
Right. Me know sometimes me go ask if me figure no. Me go hear no. Pressure. Jesus Christ.
You have to find new gear.
I will find new gear. Me a select man. Me have to find new gear. Jesus Christ, not no Lord. Oi.
You have to just run out sometime and you have to just tell yourself, say you are some bad man. No choking in the baby and all that.
You have to boost up yourself.
Yeah, man. Because he takes you off guard,
Mm-hmm.
That's why sometimes them say, with your math works, I go get a quick one, but I'm not sure.
That's how when you're younger. That no work again. You gonna do one of them to know I can't turn up when you reach the practice one. That not work again. Don't do that to yourself. Hey, listen up. You do the argue when you're sitting. Why you do this to me? Why no though? You know how embarrassing this is. Look how far we come together. Jesus, come on, man. And the hunger get worse, you know?
You'll do everything.
You'll do everything to it. Can't
and
do
then
nothing.
what the worst thing now, after you feel, yeah, maybe start a Ford magazine and write the boy just to feel time.
Make you walk, truggle it and cuss it. Yo.
What me feel, remember, you know, the weather's supposed to be cloudy today. So things are going to you.
All right, my brother. You know something like you for that, because you always put in a good word in the universe to me. And I said things all go on to me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So you need to have a zinc roof.
A zinc roof?
Yeah, man.
When the rain, I beat for the zinc roof.
Man, the wickedest time when the rain.
I'm throwing some berries. How would he sing a song then? Wickedest time when the rain start fall. Who not send telling something, I get phone call. Yay!
Yeah, I'm gonna make you sweat.
Sweat till you can't sweat no more.
So if you do all of that, it's Shakira resist you. Jamo with it.
Wicked.
Yeah, man.
Wicked, but
that works on blue ball.
She a Jamaican, you know. She a member, you know. She a fully Jamaican, so sometimes them wicked not rotted. They don't.
You know what I'm here about?
Yo, Jerome said, me don't want to be a part of this, we gone. I even thought me to foolishness, I thought, boy, you're gone. I dropped me and make here. What a wicked brother, man. Why? Yo, the man said, me don't want to be a part of this, we gone, I cut left with the rotting. I'll be out there by myself now. Rescue me. It's hers before anything else. Jamie the artist, I ran it to it, sing it. Wickedest time when the rain start fall. The girl them start to ball. Una send telegram, send them a make phone call. Hey, send me have the fit here on our wall. When I wing sprint, the man says, send me have the hammer fit here on our wall. When winter, spring, summer, and fall, the hammer tear down wall. Why Jamaicans stay like that? As Caribbean people, you know, on a whole, the Caribbean culture when it comes to that is like, it's so violent. When in describing it, hammer fit tear down wall. You ever see people do construction on a wall get tear down with hammer yet? I saw my slick the wall get to know with the hammer, you know, and the concrete all bust up and the man swing violently. And how you use that to describe, you know, say she want the hammer to tear down her wall. No, but we are gonna take it as that though, cause that's what she said. Yeah, all right. Like, they do cover, they joke what you say. I want to talk about. So when I reach home tonight, I'm gonna kill you with it. And she was like, Paul, me and you that together now for how many years? You ain't never killed me with it before. I mean, I think you'll kill me with it tonight, neither. What's your job? Come. You wanna try make like a sweet talk, you know? Me and my rum feel good, baby. So I reach home tonight, I'll kill you with it. She say, yeah, you say the same thing all the time. I'll know see me and me still can't dead. Kill me with it. Try use one different language, because you never kill me yet. And hi man, hi. You can be nice sometimes. You know what I mean? Just say yes, babes, and go on. So just say yes and go on, man. Say yes and go on. Jesus Christ. Tell him, man, but me and you together 12 years now. You always say that. I'll know you can't kill me. Me never dead yet. See me, I'm still there. Frig up him confidence, you know. Ladies, you have to build up with confidence, you know. All when time we not do nothing, make we feel like so we do something. And that's the excitement there. You know what I'm saying? And that's the excitement that stroke our ego. These kind of things. Uplift us. And you will uplift us in more than one way. That is it for the morning. People, I apologize. I opened this can of worm. Me lock it down. Says Mr. Bram Bram. All right, Mr. Bram Bram. You see all you know? It's all right. Moving right along on to our next subject. So, cargo. In other news, no, we have to go back to this first. This wasn't a good time to get into that, but we did have to take a little break and break up them and that. It did get kind of sad in here. All right, so we'll get back to a serious topic now. So, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is now saying that the gruesome murder of this 9-year-old Kelsey Ferguson highlights a certain weakness within the when I listen to this, you know, because a long time we are talking on an enemy we get called. We are enemies of Jamaica. But now here Prime Minister now, because at election time I come now, you know, and one 9-year-old girl just get raped, murder, and turned upside down in a drum. So here Prime Minister now. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said that the gruesome murder of this 9-year-old Kelsey Ferguson highlights certain weaknesses within the criminal justice system that must be addressed. And he hinted at the need for possible changes to the sex offenders registry. Now, while addressing residents at the Job Lane community in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, shortly after speaking with Georgia Anderson, who was the mother of the 9-year-old, Andrew Holness condemned the act and then he thanked the residents for assisting the police with the investigation. This incident must be considered a turning point, he said. The person who is alleged to have committed this crime, we don't know. We are speaking purely from an allegation. Is someone who is a repeat offender. And we must put that out there too. And I see how he's speaking to keep himself clear as well. You know, the person gone on the run. We can say, him do it, but until it is proven that he's the one that actually did it, because I know a lot of people are going to say, so why you run then? Me run because me just come out of prison and them say me dangerous, and me know and my sister them a blame me. Me never want them come jungle justice me and kill me, and then me never want police murder me neither, but I know me do it. You understand? Right. So he said, we are speaking purely on allegations. Is someone who is a repeat offender though, and someone who is out on bail. And as the mother of the child who perished pointed out that she had no idea that this man, who was essentially her neighbor, was a repeat offender and was actually out on bail, that speaks to certain weaknesses, certain issues that we have to take a second look at in our criminal justice system. SouFLoTV audience, the people them who have been here for a while, when we beat down them topic from when, and how many times have we said in Jamaica a violent sex offender can get out of prison and go right back next door, and a child will be living right next door. He can even move close to his victim, who he was tried and found guilty of, convicted and sentenced for. Do him time and come out and come right back, and they won't know if him lock up in the house same day. And the fact that he's allowed to be there, and the fact that there's no way for them to find out. All right. So funny to hear the Prime Minister now say this is an issue. We've been saying this is an issue for years, because we've seen other stories like this over the years. He said this incident must be considered a turning point, because the person who was alleged to have committed the crime, we don't know. We are speaking purely from an allegation, but this is someone who is a repeat offender and someone who is out on bail. And as the mother of the child who perished pointed out, that the child she had no idea that this man who was essentially her neighbor, was a repeat offender, and that he had actually been released on bail. And this speaks to a certain weakness within the system. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Something that go on with your phone at the same number again. See, you're breaking a little bit and you're gone again. Hello? The burner, I don't think your burner work, bro. All right. Was actually out on bail speaks volumes that there's a weakness within the system. So according to the police, Kelsey's partially naked body was discovered at 8 p.m. Friday evening, upside down in a barrel in her home. In her home. So it's not in the mother house. It was in the little girl house. So how him did that do in a little girl house? She's 11. Who else was at the house? Was she left alone? The body appeared to have been beaten, and it is suspected that she was also sexually assaulted. Detectives assigned to the Criminal Investigation Branch have named Giovanni Ellis, otherwise called Cooliman, as a person of interest in the case, and they have launched a manhunt for him. He is on the run. Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Harish Chang, who is also the National Security Minister, has announced that there is also a $2 million reward for information leading to his arrest. Him can't say $2 million dead or alive, you know, for all obvious reasons. Andrew Holness noticed that the government recently reformed the Bail Act and that there is a sex offender registry that holds the information and keeps track of sex offenders on the island. He stated, however, that this incident requires that we take a second look at how we make this sex offender registry available to the public so that the public can be armed with information to protect themselves. No, sir. Really? Really? Yes. There are constitutional issues that we have to balance. But where we are in the, you know what? You see, all one time they don't like me, I don't give a damn. Because eventually they end up having to say the things that we have been saying. And the reason why is because the things we have been saying are only practical. They're only real. And they are for the betterment of Jamaica. You understand? So all one time them they talk all kind of sitting boy and call we all kind of names. We don't business because they're going to come right back around to that. Look at this. If I go back in our video now and go find which video, how many videos we did this on and how when we first started bringing this up from about 2016 and look at us in 2025. He's saying something, the Prime Minister is saying something that we have been saying for years, repeatedly for years, because I know 1 time or 2 time or 3 time or 10 time we said this. Greg Goodies says, but they don't want you to say it at SouFLo. They want to seem as if they came up with this very idea themselves. That's all. You know what though, Greg Goodies? That's sad. The sad part about that is if it seems like you just come up with this great idea, it tells you how out of touch you are then, because it took you a decade to figure that the public might need to see the sex offenders registry so that they can protect themselves from people you are releasing back out into the public who have committed these offenses and will more likely re-offend. If it take you almost a decade to think that, that means you're super slow. So it wouldn't look good like, oh, you just came up with this bright idea. Anyway, yeah, man. Just like how them have to repeat that, they will also have to go to everything else on the list that we said. If they truly want a better Jamaica, listen to me good enough. Because you know, remember this, if they truly want a better Jamaica, they will have to go to everything we have ever put out on the list. Watch and see. Because we never just pull this out of thin air. We never just wake up one morning and belch this. We studied other societies that are well advanced in crime fighting and in keeping their communities safe and in having transparency with law enforcement to the point where them law enforcement not perfect neither, but the people have some level of confidence in them, right? That way crime gets solved. And they're gonna have to go with the whole list. We studied these things. We write them down on paper. We say, if this works here, it could definitely work in Jamaica. Because Jamaica is way smaller than this place where this is working at. That's how we came up with this. That's how we came up with all the things on this list. So anyhow, them say them want better for Jamaica, them have to go through everything where we put on that. Right, that's all. He said, yes, there are constitutional issues that we have to balance, but where we are in the society, I've said it before and I'll say it again, that our laws need to favor the protection of life and the protection of the victim rather than trying to protect the criminals. It is time that the society draws a clear line that we must eliminate the criminals from our society, said the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. So we're gone from to eliminating criminals from our society. You see how him skip over the part there? You know, there comes a time where, you know, I'm starting to think that maybe the sex offenders registry should be shown to the public. But we have to eliminate the criminals from our society. And Andrew Holness said that he was informed that the residents of the community are cooperating with the police and they have not sought to take matters. They have not sought to take matters into their own hands. He commended them for the role that they have been playing in the investigation thus far. This is the new Jamaica that you see emerging. The new Jamaica, sir, I got emerge when you actually make it public. Not talk about making it public. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, Virgin.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Tired, but all right, you know.
So how tired you out, sir? Work, stress.
Yeah. Work.
every variation.
I will uncle.
I saw.
I will be big Uncle D.
I saw.
Yeah.
Talk to it up. Go on.
Yeah. This thing about the sex offender registry.
The sex offender registry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I support it to a point, but I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
In Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Jamaica, our investigative thing with the police, them batch a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Where sometimes wrong people get convicted, and then sometimes the criminal them walk.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you if I saw you're a man who love research. I don't remember Diane Smith in almost the late 80s, early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So rich people growing get wake up in a cancer spring. Right.
Remember, say me at 80s picnic, you know, so
yeah, you can. Is a famous thing. So is a famous thing. So you as a man love your research. You can go research.
Okay.
All right. Word on the street was that as one of them top man from up a cancer spring wheat. Right. Now, police investigation led with them convict. What you calling him? A little peasant. I don't really like put on people, but we are using that term for the moment, right?
All right.
I've suffered them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily for that guy, he was tried and almost convicted.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for him, his mother was a nanny for one of them famous lawyers at Jamaica. right? And the mother went to the lawyer and they wrote back the case. And he took his own money and bring off a forensic expert from Pumping Estate here, right? And I saw the youth get free.
But here, I said, the big one. Listen.
Yeah.
There are mistakes made, yes, in the law, but a lot of the times when it comes to rape and conviction in Jamaica, it's kind of like dry cut. You know what I mean? And the case where you are talking about is like a one-off. I mean, how many times a rich man daughter get raped by a broke man, and it's rich people in court against the poor family, and you know the mother was luckily a house cleaner for this prominent attorney who decides to represent her son pro bono, etc. That you are talking about one-off story. The sex registry needs to be public. It needs to be made public. Period. And the reason why because there are more rapists there than there are those who might be mistaken for one. Now, if you know so the sex registry is going to be made public, it might be a deterrent for you, like go bore a hole in a banana tree or beat the rock stone down a river or something, other than go touch people. Yeah, other than go touch woman and pick me or anybody else, boy pick me, girl pick me, whatever. Do something else with it, because the public is now going to have a direct access to you, your information, and your whereabouts at all times. The goal is to protect the public and also put something in place that is a real deterrent. You know why them keep doing what them do? Because there is no real deterrent. If them go rape, them know so even if they get catch, most people now gonna know, because them now gonna tell nobody. Yeah, them will put me in a sex registry, but nobody no get to see it. Them not in court with me. Them not in court with me. So me move go on new neighborhood. None of them don't know when me did get locked up for. They don't even know so me did get locked up. Look at this one. The lady whose daughter just get killed, and next door she live to them a people I know, and she never know. Say at that him get locked up for say him is a repeat sex offender, you know.
Yeah. I totally agree. Now. I just look it from the other angle, where we cannot make emotion carry us away. Because with the dancing thing, emotion was high.
Yeah.
And they just want to convict somebody. And unfortunately, they go up them whole and political super when I pass through the place, we pick Aki. And if his mother wasn't the nanny for that lawyer.
Yeah, we get
and she got plea to him and take that thing. And I said, because what I'm going back to the point that we have a big history in Jamaica of batching investigations.
Well, him have Isaac Buchanan to call today. If he never did call Isaac. If it wasn't him that did it, call Isaac. But we can't look out for them. We have to look out for those who actually need the protection. We can't be thinking about those who might be mistaken for rapists.
No, what I'm saying, we have to balance it and look at the victim and the accused.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times somebody don't even care about the victim family who get, because I'm the father of one daughter. I have two sons. I don't know what it feels to have two daughters, but I know what it feels to have one daughter. You understand? And if it is one daughter, that father is in anguish. You understand? But my main point about is make sure so if they bring in the sex registry, they make sure that when you convict somebody at the right, somebody you convict.
Yes, man. Yes, but we can't not make it public because we feel like somebody might end up on there who is wrongfully convicted. See, this is going to have to be a situation where they are working to make sure that proper things are revealed in court that leads to a proper conviction, right? And that way, I say, anytime we put somebody in there, then we have a record documented in court that proves that you deserve to be in there, kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and that goes hand in hand.
I told by saying that knowing our community, you know, and we have to call a spade a spade. If argument's sake, a man get convicted and in court as a sex offender, right? But we in a real truth and never him. You know what happened? In the report and the program and them say boy never X streets as well, you know. You know, free people go to burn down the house and beat them.
Yes. And that's supposed to be a part of the deterrent.
So we have to try to cover all bases.
Yeah.
Because knowing our community, Jamaican community in Jamaica.
And that will force, and that will also force some people to stop play around in a way where it could be misconstrued that you might be that individual either. Walk the straight and narrow at all times because these are the consequences if you don't, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yes, we know about all of that, and that is a part of the deterrent. If you don't want that by yourself.
I close by saying to you, say, I remember the Vibes Cartel case. And I'm going to take about that case where me a little boy, they tell us about bad, that the same thing. I think about a man named Starkey.
No, sir.
General Starkey. You can't go bully them and they are not porous gunmen.
Okay.
And in beating case, just like how Cartel beat his case, you know, between case, he was charged for a murder, right? And an appeal, the policeman then produced a gun whenever match the ballistic with the shell that come out of it. And also in beating case.
Which is
which
is exactly how a case should get that
gun when no match thing here.
Correct.
So I work and say we have a history of batching cases for investigation where some bad man get free or guilty. And some innocent man get caught out of the system because you know the financial thing.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that.
The guy when I took a shot at the guy. Look how good it, man. And I think the lawyer named Bert Samuels, and luckily his mother was Bert Samuels' nanny.
Exactly. Dual the unicorn. Yeah. Me hear what you say, big man. But like Dual the unicorn is saying, we cannot revolve our lives around the one-off stories. You understand? Because in the meantime, I
don't want to show them, you know, I tell you what I think from my authority.
Yeah, man.
I want the stones who else to wear a party like that, but I think they need more. You understand? Your brethren, I saw teacher little data on the phone a man in time, see? On the program all in time, see? And I don't know if I one data you have, but I one data me have. She a big man now.
Yeah, me have two.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I feel that family pain, man. And I hope they catch the person who they allege it is. I hope he's caught and get the full length of the law.
All right.
Yes, sir. But we cannot make what will terminate again, man. We cannot make emotions get the better of us and sometimes hold on for the wrong person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I said that earlier when it came to the JFJ, Jamaicans for Justice. And you know, the people are emotionally involved. So it's like police to kill everything. So anything police murder right now, them just say is a gunman that dash him where and find more of them and kill them too. And you know, so now the running theme is anybody where police kill a Jamaica is a gunman, and it's excused. And no proof is not really being required, which we are getting carried away right there. So I understand exactly what you say. We can't get into our emotions and get carried away. Me have daughter too. So any boy name called for rape, kill him right away. And that's not what I'm saying either. Right? That's not what I'm saying either. But at the end of the day, the one-offs are gonna happen, brother. Some good are gonna suffer for the bad, but it's for the good, the greater good, then so to speak.
Why because by saying so we know what the word off, you know. Are you? Nobody we know.
Yeah.
What half guys.
True.
It's not a pretty thing here, sir.
Absolutely. True.
Allegation are serious. Allegation without facts are serious thing,
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But then that's why there's a court of law. And you know, allegations should bring proof with them when we go to court.
Our friend of mine who used to be a clerk of court in my neighbor. Told me, say, one of the easiest things people guys are convicted of two things, you know, is rape. Same rape, you know. And he was what we call this what we call up here, district prosecutor up here.
Yeah.
We call them clerk of court at Jamaica.
Yeah, right? You talk about in a time gone by, man.
Right, and no, but when I in a time gone by, it's the way I say is that it tells me that rape one of the easiest thing people can allegation can get convicted with.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you that our court system run kind of different now, so to speak. Like, how should I say it? Okay. In a case where rape is concerned, I would say that more rapists are probably getting away in Jamaica today than any other time in history. You understand?
All right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, but you have one half channel where people can talk to you where some people don't really want to dispose. Yeah, if we can talk to you.
I have some of them, man.
Hear about it.
I have some of them. You can talk. I have some of them. So when you're ready, you can talk in codes or we can pick out what you say and these kind of things. Are the same number here?
All right. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, so we can probably call you after the program done.
All right, sir.
If possible.
All right.
I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be amazed.
All right, sir. Manners.
Protection for them every time, man.
All right. Manners and respect, sir.
Yeah, man.
The amount of time him close. I'll close by saying this. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, big up yourself.
Manners and respect, bro. What go on?
Go there. Big up to the people.
Say it.
SouFLo, remember the week before.
Hold on there. You have to talk loud, you know, because you
All right, hear me now?
Yeah, but you have to talk loud, though.
All right, good now?
Yeah, man.
All right, you remember me like a week or two ago, right? And that's about.
I said that you start whisper, bro.
You remember me like a week or two ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about the young girl from Ghana, you know, God rest her soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being on TikTok and the Guyanese people, the kind of their opinion was that, you know, this is bad and whatever the case is, and they want to move from Ghana. And I remember people commenting and saying that, listen, this happens all around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But because it's something rare to them, it's almost as if they feel like it's the end of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in a country like Jamaica, this is something that is like predominantly happening over the years. You know what I'm saying? And we see how hard the Guyanese people, we see how hard they're going in terms of getting justice for this young girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happened recently so far with this 9-year-old girl in terms of she was raped and killed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And you see a lot of these Jamaican people a couple weeks ago saying, you know, we stand with Ghana, whatever the case is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where are these Jamaican people with this young girl from Jamaica now? Where's the protest?
They stand with Ghana. But
however, that's not what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of the Jamaican government so far, I think Jamaica has like over 1,000 laws and acts. And some of them are outdated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, no sense of thinking Jamaican is saying to the government that everything needs to be fixed by tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m., right?
Mm-hmm.
However, we want to see the government being proactive in terms of creating a body of people that can revise some of these laws and amend some of these laws and make them more modern. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're not saying that everything should be changed tomorrow, but we need to see proactiveness in terms of some of the laws, whether it come down to, you know, labor law, you know, civil law. It's not only criminal law, it's almost every law in Jamaica that is outdated. You know what I'm saying? Administrative, public law, all of these different type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tax, anything you can think about, right?
Because at the end of the day, in any modern day society, so you need modern day laws for people to follow and to also prosecute people in a sense so that fair justice is served across the board. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of the previous caller was talking about, I need to remember him saying, well, listen, there's no if, buts, and maybes about the public sex registry. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell people this. The average law-abiding citizen of Jamaica have no time to hunt down nobody and kill them because them depend on public sex registry. You get me? I say? The average Jamaican just want to live in a peace, work, take care of them family, build a house, and retire. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have vigilantes out there who feel as if they want to take up the land of them hand, well, you make sure you have laws in place that if them kill somebody, whether or not he's an offender, whatever the case is, you can also prosecute him and put him in prison because at the end of the day, nobody is supposed to serve justice unless it's police officers or judge or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So if they feel the need as if they want to do that, then you also send them to prison because they kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Whether rightfully or wrongfully, right? So again, this thing with this previous call and some people in Jamaica, the government will say, oh, they're afraid people get killed or whatever the case is. It's absolutely so true. You know what I'm saying? America have more guns than people in America. You know, so the average American are grown and kill people themselves on public sex registry. You know what I say?
Right.
I'm more hard-headed than some of them people who sometimes you have nothing to do. And just there you with them, how much 50 or 100 guns. But you know, see them go on Google with an easy search and go kill nobody in their name about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
The only thing you know is that somebody is on the registry and they live 5 miles from you and you try to avoid them and really bring your picture around them party. You see what I say?
Correct.
But at the end of the day,
because the law is still, remember, the law is still in place, so you can't just go look up a man on sex registry and then go kill him. You're still committing murder, and you still will be hunted down by the law and prosecuted as a murderer. So I like say we'll put them out there and say you have to go find them and kill them.
Yeah, and that's what we say. The average Jamaican that wants to live a proper life now have no time for that, isn't it?
Right.
So if any vigilante out there in Jamaica, if this becomes public, feel like say they want to go kill people, then you also have laws that will prosecute them as a murder as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
First degree, second degree, third degree, premeditated murder. You send him to prison for 30 years or 40 years. Isn't that it?
Just the same, right?
Yeah, the government would have taken steps to prosecute this individual, so it's nobody else's duty to go and then cause harm on this individual, despite of whatever disgusting thing they would have done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't have a society where people are served vigilante justice when the government already prosecutes somebody, But I will say so, Flo, I am highly disgusted by the Jamaican government with a PNP or JLP. I'm not saying people watch it so PNP or JLP, but I'm not really business so, Flo, because I'm going to tell you, I even blame my parents for the current state of Jamaica. I remember growing up, right?
You even blame your parents?
Yeah, I remember growing up and I'm young. Said, well, I think one of them did support PNP or JLP. I said, like, why vote for them? How many just born and people don't vote for them, so I'm just vote for them, So, yeah, but I think individuals voted blindly. I've been one of the people on the line for the state of Jamaica as well. I've been one of the people in Jamaica for the state of Jamaica as well. They get me as a SouFLo because they've not asked for anything in return from the government when giving the votes to these people. SouFLo, you know what I'm saying?
Got it.
They don't ask for anything.
Yeah.
And if we want a society moving forward that we can move back to Jamaica and raise our children and have a thriving society, the people of Jamaica have to do better. Not even so much the ones in diaspora, but the ones in Jamaica. I have to start with them first, so other people can follow. They have to be proactive.
Yes.
The next general election will come up. Remember when Andrew and his was for to say Jamaicans can sleep with them doors open, right? And then the security minister come out and say, well, if I knew that he was going to say that, I'm looking at the current state, I wouldn't have advised him to say that. Listen, he was dumb in the first place. We all know that it was not going to happen. And there's no one in Jamaica that is holding these individuals accountable. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, then they believe himself could have make it happen, man. And hear what? The truth of the matter, too, my brother, is that it could happen because we have seen nations where they did make it happen. Take El Salvador, for example, right?
This government, that's the difference.
Yeah, but they've never, okay, so one time Andrew did come in. Remember, I Andrew wasn't no prime minister before. So they were seeing fresh new face with fresh new ideas, or so they thought. So, of course, them believe him. And them say, yes, here comes new blood, gonna change the game, fight crime like it's never been fought before. Can't really blame the people because them so conditioned to believe the lies that they got more lies and them believe the more lies. It falls right in line with what the narrative is. What you hold on, I'm saying before me forget. What I dig into what you just said, you said those in Jamaica are going to have to start first and be proactive. And then things will get better, right? And then those of us who are outside of Jamaica who are wishing to go home to a better place, all that other stuff, we can contribute, right? But when we eventually get there or whatever. But here's the thing. Yes, if you imagine outside looking in kind of thing, like the people that are in Jamaica, them see Jamaica as it is being in it. It's just like when you go look, when you're inside of a store, you can't really see all that's going on inside the store. But you say if you left the store and go outside and just look in through the glass, you look from left to right and through the glass, you see pretty much everything that's going on. But while you're in it, you can't really see everything. And this is why I think it's important for those who are in Jamaica to work with those who are outside of Jamaica. Because the one them in a Jamaica alone can't do it. And the ones them in the US, they can easily shoot us down by saying, you don't even live here. You only come here once a year. You spend 1 week or 2 weeks and go back to where you come from. So you don't really know the place and know what I want. But when we bond together as Jamaicans, period, both those on the island and those off the island, then I think we can affect change as change should be affected.
Well, if that's the case from the Jamaicans in Jamaica, right?
Yeah, some of them can't see it, man. Them can't see the changes that's needed.
If that's the case where them say, oh, you just visit once a year, whatever the case is, then I think they should stop asking Jamaicans in England or Canada, whatever the case is, for the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes, and we talked about that already too before.
Yes, I think remittance makes up a huge percentage of Jamaica's, whatever the case is, right?
Yes, we rival the tourism income, and tourism income is the number one.
And what I will say is, because of brain drain, you have a lot of Jamaicans who they've left the island and they become basically highly educated people, right? In different countries across the globe, and they put aid in helping Jamaica, right?
Right.
But if the people in Jamaica don't want their help, then fair enough. Now, two things so far. Government only loves something, or the only thing we love more than anything is a highly uneducated society. Not saying that you don't have educated people in Jamaica, right?
Right.
But when the majority or some are the ones who are voting for the government who are uneducated to an extent, then they love that, right? They love it more than oxtail and they love it more than anything, right? More than pum pum as well. Because they're uneducated and they get away with nothing, right?
Right.
And my last point is in terms of the bird's eye view or whatever the case is, I think the main problem with Jamaicans and the mentality is that because it didn't affect me in early business. So because it happened to you, nobody didn't hear family and man now. Do whatever to hear that. It just doesn't have nothing to do with me, as I say, until it affects them, right? So I think that's one of the main problems with Jamaicans. I've heard conversations where somebody will dead and someone say, well, if you just do it a problem one, you don't know about nothing. But let's talk about all the Jamaicans who innocently died to the hands of gunmen and wicked people. Them never do nothing more than earn an honest living. Them buy them nice weekend and man just come up and shoot them or rob them because them come out of bank and just make a transaction. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to do nothing to nobody do nothing, isn't it?
Right.
So I think we just have to change that perspective that we have as people. And I hope so far that we can see a better Jamaica from the next at least 50 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And the sad thing is, as Miss Setius, when the Guyanese girl would have passed away, I said in Jamaica, it's not going to be the last, or it's not the first or the last. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, also one more is going to happen, and it just said, and me and Johnny start more. So from my English and says, it's a punk back to me, man. Isn't it?
All right, brother.
Look up this.
Manners. Yeah. Good points. Good points. Jamaica need a bird's eye view on their situation, says Kaitaja Empress. Audrey Wright says, if he tried, it would be he got there and was tempted and got corrupted worse than his predecessors. Right. What happened to the people overseas who are sending guns in barrels? Marvel and Campbell, here's the thing. All them something there. Send it, because we're talking about raping and cut picnic throat and these kind of things, strangle them to death. So the guns are not even coming out. But if we're going to talk about that now and talk about our murder rate by guns and talk about guns being sent into the country, remember, them gun there, the people them who are sending the guns, they're not bigger than the people who control the wharves, the people who control the airspace, the people who control the entry points of the country. Me and you, if me right now decide say, yo, me I send 20 gun go to Clarendon, do you know how much logistics it would take for me to move 20 guns from Miami or from Florida here, so go Clarendon? It would take a lot of friggin' logistics. The thing that it would actually take to make it happen, though, is cooperation from people inside of Jamaica. That part. So we are looking outside, but are the people them inside of Jamaica frig up Jamaica because somebody is letting those come into the country. Somebody is letting those come into the country. Like one caller said, you know, why are they even leaving the US in the first place undetected? They should be caught before they even leave. And yes, this is where the Jamaican government is pretty much begging the US government, man, can y'all just work with us a little bit more? Just, I know, ramp up your security as far as what's leaving the country coming into Jamaica, because a lot of your guns are making it here. But on the flip side, what they're saying is, we don't really give a damn what's going out. It ain't coming in here. It's going to you. So you should be making sure what comes into your house, not us. You're asking us to secure your house then. You're asking us then to make sure of what's coming into your house. We make sure of what's coming into our house. You have to go make sure of what's coming into your house. You know what I mean? Harsh Chan said, there's over 200 guns coming into the island and he knows who's doing it. But, huh? G Nation said, boy, he knows who's doing it. It's the same way he got up one day and said, there are over 200 and something gangs on the island of Jamaica. And I said to myself, damn, if you know that there are 200 and something gangs, that means you must know who the gangs are. And if you know who the gangs are, you must know some of their members. And if you know some of their members, you must also know where they're located. And if you know where they're located, then an easy maths that, my brother, there shouldn't be so many of them existing there then. But you come tell the people that I know that there are over 200 gangs and gang is a serious problem and majority of our murders are gang related and gun related, blah, blah, blah. That's high intelligence to know. But you're not doing nothing with the high intelligence. This is how they tell you, right? January, them tell us 250 gangs in Jamaica. Next January, election time come, 75 gangs are in Jamaica. We got rid of the rest of them already. We've been fighting crime relentlessly. And the 75 that's left, by the end of the year, there will be about 10 left because we'll wipe those out too. Me look on little Jamaica and I think, which part of Jamaica even have space for 250 gangs? Think about it. Gangs control turfs and territory. 250. Every time these say 14 gangs. Because we have 14 parish. And me know say, when a gang lock down a parish, no other gang can operate in that parish there. So give it 28 gang then, because 2 gang are war over each parish. And that's how we have the rivalry and the gunshot or something that go on. Tell me that. But 200 and something, and then when it's convenient for you, all of a sudden 100 disappear because you've been fighting crime so much. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Alright, so we can't even come in a foreign with a mango to rotted. So why Jamaica can't stop the gun them from coming in? We've been down this road before. It's a slippery slope to tread. Jamaica can't stop the guns from coming in. Jamaica don't want to stop the guns from coming in because guns is big business, just like drugs is big business. Who wants to stop all the kilos of coke from coming in? You know how much rotted kilos, how much rotted money in that? And we're talking US dollars and pounds, British pounds, sterling, and Canadian dollars, euros. You know how much money in that? But not take no talk, beg no more pardon. Enough drugs, money there, cherry garden. That was a song by Protege. You must listen to that song there. The song by Protege. There was an interview done where bro said, listen, when you see some man take out the yacht on the weekends and the mansion on the hills, you know, and some of these things that you see going on, some of them people here who you think are super legit, that's how they got their money to be super legit and so rich. It's from these illicit dealerships, guns, drugs, and these things. And then them wash them money clean. And next thing you know, them own 10-car dealership bought the island and 2 big this and 2 big that, 2 supermarket and 2 something. And then, you know, either them leave the drug game alone and then can brag about what them have, or they continue running the drugs while putting these businesses up front as a legitimate businessman. So to answer the question simply, there is vested interest by people in high places why these things won't stop. I think it's just like us wishing there was a perfect society. You know, that means criminals won't ever do anything criminal. We'll wake up every day, we can leave our house doors open with the key in the door and go on our job, or go on which part we are going and come back. Nobody will run in. You drop your wallet out the road, somebody will just pick it up and call your cell phone and say, hey, you dropped your wallet in the parking lot of the grocery store. Meet me at 17th and Eldrin, I'll give it back to you. All right. And everything just run perfect. You know, nobody now get no jacket, nobody now get no bun. The world is all right. It's not gonna go like that. Condos and Airbnbs and yeah, the real estate investment and these things. Yeah, and them say Crips and Bloods there, Jamaica too. That's what me hear, my friend. Wait, Audrey Wright said 28 accounts come to the front of the class and explain so. Like the husband and wife in Portland. Kaitai Joy, you know, say, but the husband and wife in Portland something. Somebody tell me, say, SouFlo, you know how much time Portland people them struggle for water supply, you know, and how much time we have to buy water. And when we buy water, we have to buy water from the water truck. And guess who own the water truck them? I don't know if anybody in here will live at Portland. But who own the water truck them down there? I want to see if it's true. Yes, great goodies. That's some here. So it makes sense. It makes sense to not put proper infrastructure in place, right? So the people and make sure that things run properly so the people them have like water is not an issue. Completely not an issue. Because every time we in Portland turn on to a pipe at the house, water come out. So it would make sense now to make sure so them can get water regularly. And then invest in a water delivery company. And you have trucks that deliver water. Right. Right. Why? Things run away, see? Things run away. There's so much that needs to be changed, man. But at the end of the day, we see the corruption, and the sad part is we can't do anything about it by ourselves. We can do something about it collectively. However, the unity needs to be there in order for the things where we see that need changing to be changed. 2025 and people still have water issues. These PMs need to live in their constituents that they live in, and this would not happen, says Great Goodies. Jamaica is land of wood and water. Somebody said the other day Jamaica is the land of hood and slaughter. Wood and water. Me have to laugh. But look how much natural spring water flowing to waste in Blue Hole. And all over Jamaica. All over Jamaica. Do the unicorn. That's exactly the truth right there. Though the unicorn says without Jamaica, uniting with the diaspora, these conditions will not change. We all know that somebody likes it this way, okay? Somebody likes it this way. It's still a fight, you know, people. We still a fight for better, you know. We still have to fight for better. Because they make it so that we have to fight for better. So we have to fight for the better. So it's a fight, but it's a fight that's worth it. And you can't give up. You know? Can't give up. Like I always say about Jamaica, though, the glass is always half full for me. And I'm always super optimistic about a better day to come. I never look at Jamaica like, oh, things bad and, you know, everything just pop down and tear down. And I'm never going back there and run away like some people because I worst place ever. I never look at Jamaica like that. I always look at Jamaica like it's going to get better. I hope it's in my lifetime and I want to be around to see these changes. But if not in my lifetime, in my children's lifetime, I hope it gets better for the future of Jamaica itself. Yeah, for the future of Jamaica itself. Over 100 rivers and streams in Jamaica. Boy, it's you over when you say that right now. It kind of make me just want to book a trip and go back to Jamaica right now. Last time I was there, I climbed Duns River Fall. If you've never climbed Duns River Fall before, I know it's cliche, and I know there are many other falls, but I use that because it's popular, and it's been a popular tourist spot for a long time. And it's not going to be easy to find. Let me tell you, go find the river down at Bullocks in a Clarendon, Rona, Christiana, you're not going to find it. So we go off that. If you haven't had a chance to climb Duns River Fall, when you go to Jamaica, for those of you who still can climb something, because you know, life sit down. Life makes some always sit down, you know, my knees could never, or my back, or were in my days, right? But for those of you who could still climb something, what you, me not send you figure, haphazardly jump up on the waterfall and slide down and broke your hip or nothing, you know. Somehow you must know your limits. But if you can, if you're able-bodied and you can do it, make it a point to climb Duns River Fall. And I say this because the first time I climbed Duns River Fall, I started making it a point after that to climb it every single time I'm there in Jamaica. There is a beauty in Duns River Fall that speaks to what Jamaica is. The fall is so free and it's so heavy. And all when it a rain, me climb it when it a rain, me climb it when it not rain. The struggle to go up the fall was symbolic. You know, even though the brother did a rush way, I never tried, me not use nobody guide me up the fall there again. Me know if I do it myself now. Went back again and did it alone. There's so much beauty in it. You don't have to climb it in a hurry. Take your time. After each ascension, there's a layout, flat area. There's a pool in that area, dip into the water a little bit, stand up and look down, see how far you've come up. Look up, see how far more you have to go. Plot your journey up. The rock them over there so look slippery because them have a whole heap of green something on them. Moss, morass, whatever you want to call it. May I go over the side there. All right. And take your time and go up again and the next pool that they saw and you jump in it. Please climb Duns River Fall. There are a lot of those in Jamaica like Duns River Fall. We can send it to Duns River Fall to go climb it. If the beauty, because we're here talking about water, right, and water supply, and we're surprised that in 2025 we have communities in Jamaica that don't have fresh, clean, running water, potable, drinkable water. Water come through them pipe all the time. Not how we live a foreign, where we don't even think about it. As long as you pay your bill, you just wake up in the morning in a bathroom, you flush toilet, whoosh, toilet flush every single time. You turn on top, brush teeth, wash face. Somehow we left the water around while we did there, brush teeth, the water does a waste. Like you want water down the whole continent. Yeah, going to the shower is hot water, cold water. You stand up in the shower for all 30 minutes, non do nothing. Water does a beat off of your back. You know, it's hard to fathom that in 2025. And for those who don't know history, Jamaica had running water before even the United States of America had that set up. Potable running water before even the US had it set up. So for us to be in a place like this now, where we're looking at communities in Jamaica who still don't have running water. And these communities didn't just get established yesterday. They've been around 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. You know what I mean? Elders come live them whole life in them community, dead and gone. And them still not get running water yet in them community there. That's stuff for us to think about. So climb Duns River Fall when you're in Jamaica. Duns River Fall water, me now advise you to drink it. But if nobody never did a walk in it, climbing it, pissing it, you could have drink it called clean water. Yeah. And we have those running water clean like that all around the island. And still can't get water to communities. Yo, the fall is so exciting to climb. It's amazing. Eloise Blake says, absolutely amazing. I do the water now, Duns River, that is. Crystal G. I do the water a long time, Crystal G, because only for people in the water. But the water is running. It's moving. And I like say it's stagnant. Right? So hopefully the people them up in front of you, then when them piss it wash past you before little splash in your mouth. Then you're good to go. And them a pull with boy, I don't know. Dorothy T says she love the fall, but she can't climb it all the way up. Boy, I climb it all the way up. When I climb with the kids, they be wanting to get off. Hopefully, as they get older, they'll want to climb it all the way to the top, though. You have abandoned communities all over Jamaica because of no running water. How can that be in modern times? Yes, yes. People still have got spring and river and carry water upon head and full up drum and them something there. So where are the water trucks getting the water from? The water trucks are pumping the water from, they want to tell you that they're pumping it from a water plant, a distillery, a place where the water is osmosized and it is clean and potable. Probably somewhere like Duns River, them pump the water from, full up the truck them and carry go sell it. Full up the truck them and carry go sell the people them. All wicked. Ah boy. Watch now. Let's finish off this story here. So this is the new Jamaica, the Prime Minister said, that you see emerging now. Even out of conflict and these kind of gruesome situations, the citizens have confidence that the police will be able to bring the perpetrators to justice, and therefore the people will play their role in cooperating in providing information, in highlighting the problem, and in ensuring that this does not happen again. He's talking about the girl, the 9-year-old girl that just got, you know, the situation will happen with her. This is how we build a strong and just community, when law enforcement can have a specific role and they can do their jobs, and the public, who will always have the moral duty to provide information against crime, will support the police. Once that strong relationship starts to emerge between the citizens and the police, we will have a safer Jamaica and a safer community. I'm going to make him long speech, my friend. Addressing the residents of the area, though, now, he advised and said, it could have been your child, you know, innocent and has nothing to do with anything. So, in as much as this society is emerging now with confidence in the police, the society must also resolve itself and be unambiguous in being against criminals. And our laws must reflect that as well, certainly in reforms that may be needed to how we use and operate the sex offenders registry in Jamaica. Andrew Holness go a long way. You know, he's a very wordy man that gives lengthy speeches instead of just break it down little for the people them, where the people them can really understand what I say. Me I got break it down for you because it's a whole long article to read. And what really I say is, once we get to a place in Jamaica where the people them can have faith in the police and them can work with and share information with police, then fighting crime will be much easier. And the people then must get to a place in Jamaica where the general mindset of majority of Jamaicans is that we want to fight and stamp out crime, and we truly really want a crime-free Jamaica. And also the government, the people in charge must also make changes because there needs to be changes made, especially where things like the sex offenders registry is concerned, so that people can help to keep themselves safe. So we can look on the sex offenders registry and have access to it, and we can see where dangerous people are coming out of prison, when them get put on bail, where they are located, so we can keep an eye out and beware. Awareness is, up, and we can protect the community better. So in as many words, that's what he was trying to say. That's all. Why all them unambiguous and, but a politician talk that still. Moving right along now. Cargo say I talk the other day, and the talk reach front page. Cargo the artist. Nah, sell out my friend them that the Cargo there. Cargo said is jacket over stepchildren. Cargo says that he will never support another man's child. Now, me I go get into the little article, but before me did do that, I was thinking about Francine. I remember one time Cargo and Francine did married. Yeah, and I distinctly remember that one of those children is not Cargo's child. I think Cargo met Francine with a child and then gave her child, right? Right, so I'm wondering if he was harboring the same thought while he was married to Francine, that him not support one next man picnic. Because I asked that question because if you had been a stepfather to that child at one point, and this has always been your thoughts, then that child might have been feeling that energy from you, because consciously or subconsciously, you might have been pushing that energy to that child. Crystal G says, still married. Did you see Andrew asking Quiet Perry if him still quiet? No, sir. Oh, yeah. At that event. Kataja Empress says that thought probably came to him after he experienced being a stepfather and it wasn't that great for him. Could be. So let's get into it. So with his trademark blend of sharp wit, controversy, and unfiltered bravado, dancehall artist Cargo has slammed the door shut on the idea of stepfather duties. Non-do it. Says that he won't support a woman outside children. Lions don't raise hyena picnic. And that is why I tell you, say, me would have never raised a next man child. Me no want no more woman with nobody picnic. You know how boot and pampers expensive? For me, if you sit down and mind a next man child and him drive past me, me rather mind a jacket than a stepchild. Cargo said, I want to think about Cargo, anything that brother talk, it's anything him talk, have no filter on, and I like that. Him say, the man said, me rather mind a jacket than a step picnic. Me rather mind a picnic when me think of me than for no sec, I no mind. And still I do it. You man, all if the child daddy dead, he must have a mother, brother, sister. Carlos' controversial position is fueled by the fact that, aside from one, his children are not under his roof, robbing him of the fatherly bond that he desires. So I'm doing a little thing with the Jamaica Star, and he told them that he hardly knows or sees some of his children, but he firmly stated that he will not be chasing their mothers in order to play a role in their lives. Them run well with them. The woman them run well gone with the picnic them. And that is why me stay how me stay. Me not run down no girl to take care of my responsibilities. My job is to have me picnic them on my foot. Them run away with me picnic them because them say them find better man than me. As construction continues on his towering new 3-story mansion in Mandeville, Manchester, the outspoken artist says, not a cent of his hard-earned wealth will be left for former flames or their offsprings. Wait. The DJ also vowed that he will never marry or remarry. He said he will never remarry. And he argued that he does not know not one happily married man. I don't know. I don't know a man. You know. We have a woman unhappy. Them not happy. Them will tell you, so the only time him happy is when him in at the bar with him brethren them. Him not happy though. He added that, can you imagine a man at work 8 and 12 hours in the sun and have to stop a bar and drunk every day just to go home to his wife. The worst mistake a man ever do is married. And me will never do that again. If one of my son them decides say him I gonna get married, him will never see me. And me I go disown him. But behind the hard talk though, there appears to be a softer side that peeks through Cargo's heart, and it seems has been melted by his 6-month-old daughter, the newest light in his life. Me happy now, man. And me no have no whole heap of girl. But me get back my voice. And me start look like me an artist and nobody's husband. Me have a little daughter and she's just 6 months, but she starts softening me down. And me know me have to live for her. She showed me a different type of love, is what he said. But him not ever minding a next man picnic. And he will never ever get married again because him don't know not one married man who is happy. Oh, sir. I like him too, Flo. He's outspoken. Donna Thompson says, yes, what, Cargo? What thing me like about Cargo? Cargo no pretty up nothing when him a say it. Whether you agree with him or not, him not pretty up nothing when him a say it. Now, as for me, him not say nothing new that I haven't said. I've always said that here, right? I'm gonna get flack feet from some people that I will never be with a woman who has children by another man. So that's not new. But Cargo saying, would I rather mind a jacket than mind the next woman picnic, knowing say no for him. The thing about jacket is you don't normally know say it's a jacket. If you know, then the child is not a jacket anymore. Because jacket simply means that them tailor something to fit you and they gave it to you. And you've accepted it as yours, thinking it is yours, right? So if you know, I am mine it same way, I know jacket no more. It's a child where you decide say, you're gonna mine. So me don't know about the mind jacket part, because if me find out say a jacket me cut, same day. And I'm not minding it from that minute forward. Same way. Whoever heard this young man whoever hurt him did a number on him, Kaitaja Empress said, because he always come off angry and bitter. Well, that is his life story. We don't all have the same life experiences. That is his life story. He got hurt. And the hurt is shining through. Katie says, I went with an old white man to Duns River Fall and we ended up in the hospital. He broke his ankle. Ross. Katie, bigger question though. What were you doing with an old white man at Duns River Fall? Jesus Christ, Crystal G. Crystal G. Chicago is a misogynistic dog. Oh my God. Audrey. Why you do it, Francine? Why you do it? Audrey, Francine break your heart. Francine over there carrying her right along with our life. Francine, unbothered. Francine, or she's pretending, but she seemed very unbothered to me. Francine SouFlo used to work at Shades nightclub. I was out there. SouFlo used to work at Shades nightclub. Hey, Katie, no bother enough. What you did that do at Duns River with the old white man and that me want to know. Talk to him, man. Y'all tell them about me used to work at Shades. What you? Francine, why you do it? Well, let's put it this way. The brother live and him learn. And that's what he learned from it. Different strokes for different folks. There are some guys in here right now who can't wait to be a stepdaddy. I don't know any of them, but I'm not one of them. Yeah? And you know, for the right woman, they'll be stepdaddy. And they'll probably be a good stepdaddy too. I'm just not that guy. I don't feel like I should be supporting anybody else's children. If you have picnic with a man, that should be more of a reason for you to stay with the man. If you tell me say the man I beat you from before you have picnic with him, you fit turn right there so and continue to take a beat now and go work it out in counseling because you didn't know same did I beat you before you even breathe for you. Now if the man start beat you after you have picnic for him, take the picnic them and run. Or left him with him picnic them and run. Either way. Right? But having children with a man should be more of an incentive for you to want to stay right there, toddy, and work out your issues. So those children can have a balance, mother and father in the same place. Yes? Can you see how it rough out there, you know? No man now look for you and glad to pick you up with a bag of picnic back of you. Even one is too many. To most men. I'll close off that segment and go into our last topic for the morning by saying this. There was a show on the other day where the woman said, I played the video on here, but a lot of you might have missed it. Those who remember it will remember it because it was most recently, where the woman said her husband married her, you know. She have 3 children and her husband pick her up with 3 kids. She said her husband is a simp. Now, she's being interviewed by another man and her husband is not around. And she's like, I hope you don't see this. But yeah, my husband is a simp. The man said, why you say he's a simp? She said, my husband is a simp because I picked him. I got 3 kids. I was out here on my own. Bills were too much. I wanted a softer life. So of course I went out looking for a simp. I went out looking for a guy who would take me with 3 kids that aren't his, pay all the bills, and my husband pays all the bills. I don't have a bill to pay. And take care of me and the 3 kids. No normal man does that. He was really simping. She went on further to say, stepfathers are the guys that women get with that they would never have gotten with if they did not have children. So what that boils down to basically is this. If she never had no picnic, she would have been a higher commodity. She have youths, so the stock drop, right? But now that the stock drop, she have to choose lower too. So she can't go after the guys them who have no children, so to speak, and is looking for a family more than anything. She more than likely have to go after, not saying it's impossible to find a guy who doesn't have children of his own to marry you, because I know this happens too, to marry you with your children them already, and then you give some more around and do a blended family. Not saying it's impossible. It happens all the time. However, at a more frequent rate, what actually happens is a guy who has children already will be looking for a woman who has children also and wouldn't mind being a stepfather because him already have children too and he's thinking they could blend the families together. However, her husband that she got was a guy that didn't have any children. But she's basically saying he would have never been my type had I not have children and him not decide to take care of me and my children. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, how you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Good. I just wanted to say, I feel like some of these podcasts and things we see online, I feel like, I don't know if the people are paid actors or they're skits or they're put in place to fuel the gender war. Because that's what they do. You understand what I'm saying? I can't imagine in a reality any woman who's really with a woman go on broadcast and say that where her husband could see. I just don't. I don't believe that. I just think it's not true. Some of these people are paid. Something is not right.
Here's the thing. I think because you don't have it in you to be that disrespectful, you can't even fathom that this is possibly real. Now, I've seen it.
You know them personally.
Yes, I've seen it over and over. I've seen situations where, let me give you a couple of them. I've seen situations where the man didn't have no children of his own, and it's not because he couldn't make children, end up taking up a woman that has 2 and 3 children of her own, and she leaves the children with him, and like he's a glorified babysitter, and he pays all the bills, and she doesn't work if she doesn't want to, and she talk bad to him too, and she disrespect him publicly and when nobody is around, kind of thing. Like, he is always being disrespected by her. She speaks how she wants to. When a woman respects a man, she will always carry a certain tone about her when she speaks to him, versus when a woman has no respect for a man whatsoever, she says whatever she feels like. I've seen men in those positions being talked to all the time in a tone where everybody sees as disrespect out the gate. They say stuff that make my head turn, and I'm like, damn, if that was me, I'm leaving today, this minute. And they'll laugh it off. Like, you know how Teresa is. Yeah, girl, she just, and they go with it. So maybe because you don't have it in you, why you think these things aren't real, but they're absolutely real. And men actually absolutely fall for it, and women absolutely do it.
Because I see like a woman like that is enemy to women who are single mothers. Because there are good women who are single mothers and would be, I think many would be grateful, because they know, yes, you have kids. You know what I'm saying? So he's a good man, he's not no child molester, you don't have to worry about that. I mean, I think she would be so grateful that to have a man, you know what I mean? Like, there are women out there, like if I was in that situation, I would be so, I mean, yes, you don't pick up a person who is, you're disgusted by. You pick up a decent person.
Right.
You'd be so grateful that this man is willing to step up in a leadership role in your life. So there are good women who are single mothers who I know would be grateful. All the people in them would be grateful too. You know what I mean? So I feel like when they push out these things, they cast everybody in this light. And I feel like it's always this one-sided negative narrative. You never see a lopsided narrative that's positive. And that's why I feel like it's propaganda.
Yeah, it's not really. There are podcasts out there that go against that grade or against that narrative also. So they're out there, but the ones that get promoted a lot,
the negative,
are the ones like this. Yes. Where they talk about how he ain't my type. I actually like tall men, but my husband is short. Now I'm saying to myself, where the hell is this husband sitting watching this? And what he must be thinking, like, I actually like tall men, but I got married to him. He's short, but he pay all the bills and he treat me right and he keep me dressed up in this, that, and the other. And we got 3 kids that's my kids, and none of them are his, but he treats them like his. So in the definition of the word simp, my husband is that. He's a simp.
Because in our culture, we have a culture where many kids grow up with stepfather, right?
Right.
And they, as I said, as long as it's not no molestation thing, that's their daddy. Like, there's a woman that I know, the man came into her life when she was a baby. That's the only father she ever known. That is her daddy. Like, and she's a grown woman with her own kids.
Right.
Her her kids. Then that's their grandpa. There is a. I feel like that there's more. The stepdaddy thing is more probably accepted in our culture traditionally. And there are a lot of kids who would kill somebody for their stepfather. So I don't know. I just feel like Maury and what's the another one? Jerry Springer. It went from midday, now it's on social media. I don't know. It's just like, it's just.
You know what? Did you think that Maury and Jerry Springer do you think those were fake or real?
Most of some of the time, I think some of them was fake for sensationalism and views, just like some of the people on social media for sensationalism and views.
Majority of them were real, though. That's the thing.
You think so?
Yeah, and now we've moved into a time where, now we have different platforms and different types of ways on social media. Everybody now can express themselves, and what we're seeing is into people's lives. Yeah, so we get to realize a lot of people live some mucky kind of way, and have certain type of belief system that is, yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to bring another angle because there could be a man out there hearing that there are women out there who are single mothers who would appreciate a good man, right?
Absolutely.
And their children would appreciate a daddy, somebody to love them, and
absolutely.
There's the other side to it too.
True. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, friend. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. And I'm gonna be real as real could be with you. There's a meme that says, I think it's not bad being a stepfather after all. And the meme shows a woman walking with her little boy, but her body is like boom, bang, bow, right? And usually a lot of the times that's what catch a lot of the men. They be like, man, she's so damn fine, I don't give a damn how many kids she got. And they're gonna do it anywhere, right? Or there's another joke where the comedian said, man, nobody give a head like a single mom who ain't been out in months. She be throwing neck like a giraffe in the movie parking lot before you even get to go into the movies. She's so excited to be taken out and shown a good time or whatever. So men go into these relationships for all different kind of reasons. And then they're like, you know what? Yeah, it ain't so bad having the kids with it. It's not like a man goes out thinking, I want a step family. I don't know any man that goes out thinking purposely, I want a step family. Even the ones with children of their own are thinking, I hope I could find somebody who have none, so I could be the first one to give her kids. But if I find somebody that has one, then we could join up with mines and we'll have a blended family. But nobody goes out saying, I want a woman with 4 kids or 3 kids. Yeah, and I'm going to take care of her and take care of the kids. That's a hell of a responsibility to take on, especially if you're taking that on and a woman is saying, you the man, so you got to pay for everything. And you're like, what? I'm the man, so I have to pay for everything. That means you, 3 big ass kids that are not mine, room and board for everybody, food, clothes, shelter, and everything. All that responsibility upon me alone. Stepdaddy. Hey man, stepdaddy work is a lot of work. I know what the caller was saying. There are good women out there, but nobody is going out looking for that single mom who's out of shape and she look away and our kids them look away. And now if she a fine ass stepmom or she a fine ass woman with kids, men will gladly jump over there. Some men, anyways, will gladly jump over there. So she won't have a problem. Anyways, finding a man. But is it a man who she would normally talk to if she herself did not have children? She would be like, nah, he ain't really my type either. But and more people think this way than who actually say it. Because it's something bad to say. That's something bad to say. Right now, people with who they with right now saying he ain't really my type, but she ain't really my type, but you would never say it out loud, right? S-Paul says every category of people treat people like crap, just to different degrees. Let's ban TV in here. Primer appreciate and deserve are 2 different things. Primer says appreciate and deserve are 2 different things. Let's ban TV, we do our best and we are brought up to do. Many says some men cannot breed a woman and they're happy to get some kids. Ross. Well, I guess if you have no kids of your own and you want to, join up a single mother and help her raise her kids and stuff, then I don't see nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do. S. Paul says, would you pay for everything if the woman had no kids? That's for me, S. Paul? Is that for me? Would you pay for everything if the woman had no kids? Yes. Yeah. Listen, paying for everything, I look at life like this, right? You pay for everything because I just want my life, I want my life to be at ease. You know how you have some guys who, and I've seen this, okay? And in my younger days, I was this guy. You in a relationship with a female, a woman, and y'all split the bills. Your relationship gets into some tumultuous something, starts going through its season, and now you thinking, damn, because if she leave, I can't pay the other half of these bills. So you need somebody to help you pay these bills, right? Out of that being my reality, long time ago, I put it on myself to be that guy who get myself to a place in life where I'm financially stable and able enough to always be the one that pays for everything. That means if she wakes up tomorrow and she goes, it's not you, it's me. I gotta go find myself. I'm not happy here anymore, and she packed two bag and she gone. Nothing around me changes. Everything that I can afford with her here, I can afford it even more with her gone. You know what I mean? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing? You're live on the air. You gotta turn down the device that's playing in the back and talk to it loud.
Oh, I got the TV on.
Yeah.
You hear me now?
I'm hearing you on the TV. Yeah.
No, I look on the TV.
Okay. Do you have us on speaker, Bluetooth, anything?
No, maybe I got some. I think because it's very low.
Yeah, we're hearing a lot of feedback with you, with your voice.
Better now?
Yes, better now.
You live now? You on live now?
Yeah. No, you're live. I said you're live on the air in front of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Say the right things, you know, cause over 900 people right here listening to you.
Yeah, I'm talking about the step for the thing. Sometimes, if you already take up the lady with a child and you already love the lady, you have to love the child, because then if you love the cow, you have to love the cows.
No, you don't necessarily have to, and that's the thing. That's why I salute good step parents, because see, we live in a world, right, where people like to say cliche stuff, but they don't really live it, because reality proves different to us. There's a lot of people out here who could tell us that they could tell that their stepmother hated them, or their stepmother was never loving and caring, or their stepfather was a bit weird and off, and they never really felt like they were his child, kind of thing. And that's because we say, if you love the cow, you have to love the calf. But in reality, it ain't really so. People love who they love. They just accept the extra baggage that come with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as stepmother and stepfather was say the same, because if I meet this guy and he have a child and me and him get into to the relationship, to me, I'm going to take that child as my own. Because I'm not going. Yeah, because I'm not going to live with the father and treat the child anyway different. I have to treat him as my own.
Yeah.
Everybody different.
Have you ever done that?
Yes. Yeah, once I was talking to this guy. He have a 2-year-old daughter, and his mom died. And he used to talk to me, and he take his daughter up till this very day. The girl called me mommy.
Okay, so you're one of those.
Yeah, he called me mommy. Yeah,
and that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, he called me mom, and every big as she be, she have a daughter. He have a daughter, and even though me and his father not together anymore, he still call me mommy.
Okay.
She still call me mommy.
She still call your mommy.
Yeah, and love me. Every weekend, she come look for me.
Because you were that good to her. Yeah, you filled that void actually. So in an ideal setting, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
But you know, we have a lot of stories where I know so it go.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, and so we have some step parents who show the children love in front of the man or the woman, and as quick as the man and the woman turns back, they treat a child.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not one of those. I used to be a good stepman. I also be still a good stepman.
See. So you and the man they left, but where you find a next step situation after that?
No, I don't find a step situation. No, that man that I have now, he is my kids and step, but my kids them is bigger or grown. They're not
Okay. So I'm not help you raise them or nothing like
that. No, them done raise already. My
already.
kids them big man and little man.
All right. Well, that's different. That's different. Yeah. Well, all right.
Okay then. Take care.
All
Enjoy the rest of the day.
You too now.
You're welcome, man.
Bye-bye. All right. Yeah. So true. Good step parents are far and few in between. Says, hold on there. Children get beef and problem even with their real parents. Children get beef and problems even with their real parents. Yes, but it's different. Your real parents are your real parents. It's kind of different when it's a step parent. Yeah. I've seen stepchildren tell their, like, okay, so one joke me always make, right? Remember specifically, are you tell him daddy himself, nigga, you ain't my daddy. You ain't my daddy. I know who my daddy is. Touch me. Touch me. Say something. I fight him. I get ready to fight him. Stepfather, I know. Stepfather have to be over there. I call the mother, like, please come get him. Because he about to take off on him. You know? You ain't my, and I've seen girls do the same thing too to their father's woman. Because my daddy with you don't mean you my mama. And you can never replace my mama. And I don't like you. And I'm gonna let you know to your face I don't like you. And they can't tell me what to do. I don't want to hear nothing from you. It depends on it's a rough position to put yourself in here. People, please remember to click the like button. I appreciate that. Raddy Z daughter, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Jen Barrett says, even if the child is very unruly, I'm sure that the step parents will treat that child as their own. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's when the child turns into your child. That's when they draw you in the bedroom and say, listen, I can't bother with your son, you know. It's no longer our child. If that stepchild is good, it's our child. And I'm going to treat that child like it's my child. But if that stepchild, I kick up on a fight all the way and, you know, you ain't my daddy. You can never be my daddy. Okay, listen, you're a child. You have to go, because the child already know you're not. Why are you over there trying to make yourself, why are you trying to convince a child that you're their dad? You're my mama's boyfriend. Or you're my mama's husband. You ain't my daddy, though. That's rough. Raddy daughter says, so true. Good step parents are far and few in between. I had a stepmother that never treated me right. Growing up, I said if I became a stepmother, I would not be like my stepmother, and I am. Ross, but then you said if you would ever be a stepmother, and then you end up being a stepmother, that is to be studied. Because me say I would never be a stepfather. Me not be no stepfather. All right, will not treat them as their own. I meant. Okay, Jay Barrett. Now you make more sense to me, Jay Barrett. The truth about life is this, right? No matter how you try, you probably won't never treat somebody else like your own. Even when you give them all the loving of the world, you're probably gonna give your own just a little bit more, kind of thing. And it'll be a conscious or subconscious thing that you do, and it end up looking that way anyways. You know what I'm saying? That is why it's a hard position to be in as a step parent. Flo, check your messages. I just sent you a video, says Jerome Pearson. Jerome, send me a message, Jerome. Nah, da da da. All right, listen. Me agree with Cargo. Me not man, no other man pick me. Kids are expensive. Kids are super expensive. Yeah, Pampers alone. Pampers is like an arm and a leg, and then they be wanting to doodle for years. All right, that is not you. That is somebody who's in Georgia. I can't find it, Jerome. Too many calls on here. Can't find it. Let me see. Alleged kidnapping held by Santa Cruz, blah, 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 da, da, da. Okay. Okay. Can't find that. Last one for the morning. And then we're going to get out of here. The last one for the morning is rat invasion. The step parents thing never got too good. You know why? The step parents thing never got too good because every time we do it, it's like a lot of parents in here have a step. There are a lot of women in here who have a man in their house who is not the father of their children. Them take everything that's said personally. There are a lot of men in here who have women who have children for other men. So them one side with the thing too. So when we have these conversations, if you check the comment section and you check who want to listen versus who want to stay for the conversation versus who want to leave, you know, it turn into one of them something there. There's more to like the stress of raising them in this crazy environment. The stress of raising children that's not yours. Period. Cause one of my kids, them, I could talk to them a certain way, and I know that that is the final right there. Cause they're gonna look at me and say, "That's daddy," and daddy said, But if me there with Keisha and Keisha have three picnic away on the mind, and two of them are teenager and them start act out. When I step in the way how I would step in for my own kids, they might look at it like, who him? Or who you trying to talk to like that? Or you know what I'm saying? You can't discipline me like that, or you can't talk to me like this, or you can't. But no, it's just different, man. It's different. It's different. As Paul says, there's more to it. Like, and She Beauty says, true. Don't work off emotions when talking about things. Work off facts. Katie says, SouFlo, you're a good dad. If you were my dad, I wouldn't be at Shades or Duns River with old white man. Love you so. Love you SouFlo. You know what? With the old white man part, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. We don't know about Shades though. But yeah. Anyhow. Yo, every stepfather I know they're all cleanup guys, says Primer. That's what the girl said that a stepfather is. It's a cleanup guy. It's a guy that come that pick up stuff that others dropped and didn't want anymore, and him clean up and fix up. And a lot of the times he is a simp because he's the one that's taking on stuff that others was hitting for free, and they never stuck around because they didn't see the situation worthy. And he came in and said, I want this. You know, you're paying for what everybody else was getting for free, and some skipped out on it and didn't even think it was worth staying around for. So, I mean, any way you look on it is not a win-win for the stepdaddy. It's not a win-win for the stepdaddy. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yeah, Flo. No, I send the message. I send it to regular message. That's why you didn't get it, I guess.
Yeah, I see your comment, but I can't find it. Cause me on this
so
phone.
Maybe it's not coming through.
Yeah, I can't find it.
What I think is this lady, you know, an older lady with a young guy, and she was saying that she met the guy in 2015, and they had a child.
Wait, Jerome. Hold on. Kataja Empress says, or you can look at it like one man's trash is another man's treasure, and I don't want to let this slip past me. Or one man's trash is another man's trash still, but some man love trash. Can look on it that way there too. Anyway, go on.
No, so I was saying that the lady met the young guy, you know, in 2015, they had a kid together. Then they had another kid in 2017. And when they do their research, she found out that it's her son that she gave up for adoption. She has both kids with.
What? I'm confused.
She gave up her son for adoption, you know, and then she met this guy, young guy. He's very old, and they were dating, and they had 2 kids together. And that's when they did a research, and she found out that the 2 kids she has with her son.
Oh, rotted clot. Okay, that's a whole different situation. So our son breed her twice.
Yeah.
So she's a much older woman, and she met a younger guy. And she back in the day did have one picnic where she give up for adoption. And now she with this younger guy, and she decides say her eggs them a fry up, so she have to go let off 2 upon him. So she gave him 2 picnic back to back and thing, and then only to find out say that was her son that she gave up for adoption years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So now it's a whole different type of thing.
Okay, you see, if I was them children there, I want you to give me up for adoption and don't tell me the story.
Yeah. But no, she was her own babies.
She grandmother to her own children.
And it's just crazy. No, you have there's just a lot of confusion in that family.
She a grandmama.
Our uncles are our brothers. But these are things that people do, like it's just crazy sometimes.
Yeah, drop me off at the orphanage and don't tell me which part I come from. That's what I would want.
But the Bible says you must forgive and forget.
Yeah, but me can't forget say my mother and our picnic have me. Me no want to know. So you know like how some kids are adopted and they don't know who they come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody can tell me say I came I'm a sperm donor, put me up or something like that and give me a story, but me don't want to hear that one day.
And I think these are the things back in the days when cousin and cousin boy go to school.
Boy.
As handicap.
Yeah.
Well, we used to say cousin stop and neighbor.
You used to say cousin do what?
Cousin stop and neighbor. That's what they used to say.
A country you come from. A country you come from, bro. Cousin stop and neighbor. Oh, God.
Anyway,
all right, my brother. Jero and me, I'm going to answer the speaker instead of phone. Live on the air with SouFLo.
It's James for the National Breast Cancer Committee PAC, switching to recorded audio, okay?
No. I never say things are scam likely. National Breast. Oh, we should have stayed. I hung up too quick. I should have stayed on the line. Want to notice just now about the calling. I should have stayed on that line. Oh, I missed that opportunity just now. That sound like one of them calling. I see why you sympathize with CMR. No. Jesus Christ, who sympathize with CMR? Jay Barrett says, on the other hand, there are very good step-parents out there. Shaquille O'Neal is a product of that, and he spoke proudly of his stepfather. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I big up to every step-parent that's good, man and woman. There are some good stepmothers out there. There are some good stepfathers out there, and big up to them. I have my stepmother, I still call her mom to this day. Still call her mom to this day. One Indian woman from Jamaica. She's actually the mother of my other brothers and sisters by my father. Her and my dad have been married happily for God knows how long now. Yeah, decades now. but loving, caring, attentive, all that stuff, and never made me feel like anybody got put over me or anything. So yes, there are good parents, step parents out there. I'm just saying that it's a hard road to trod because so much comes with it. You know, so much comes with it. If I tell one of my kids, get your ass in the room and go sit down and do your homework. If I do that, all my child could say is, Dad said go do my homework. You do that with your stepkid, there might be that you ain't my daddy. I'm not listening to you. You don't tell me what to do. I know who my daddy is. It's just a different road to trod, you know? A different road for trod. Wish you had fun with that caller, Jamaican accent. Yes, Missy Bram Bram. We're switching over to a recorded line now. Yes, it's all like one scam did I come in for the American Breast Cancer Society. Then I'm gonna ask the donation, and then probably I'm gonna ask you if you put your credit card number in there and give them a donation XYZ. I think that was a scam, and I friggin' missed it. I missed it. Cause me I moved too fast. Dr. Jerome, come go up. Rash Jada. I'm a mic pop off. Rash Jada. Rash Jada in the building. Rash Jada said, Dr. Jerome, come go up. My cousin stop on neighbor. Yo. That boy that that boy that don't know behavior. Jerome Pierce and Rash Jada, I used to go to a shop and hear these people talk. Yeah, excuse yourself quick, Jerome. Mine enough. He had a Jamaican accent. The person on the phone had a Jamaican accent. Rash Jada said, come go up. Yo. Oh my God. All right. Well, last topic for morning now. Boy, them thing I know, the reason why I eat at my yard mostly, you know, I don't really like, the only kind of places I like to eat out at are places where wife that eat out there. The only, I mean, no, say, Jerome, me first you to that guy, you're all over it, not true? Yeah, man. The only places I like to eat from are actual places where I can see my food being made, you know? I like eat from places where you can't see the food I'm making up. Even though one of my favorite restaurants, you can't see the food being made. Texas Roadhouse. For those of you who live in the States, you ever go eat at Texas Roadhouse? I don't know why, but that's become like my favorite place. I don't know because of one of my favorite places. I don't know if it's because of the drinks them where they mix there or the way they do the steak, come like steak like that. But that. Anyhow, check this out, right? The rats are on a rampage. The rats are on a rampage. 25 food establishments have temporarily closed down in Montego Bay, Jamaica alone last month because of rat infestation. 25 restaurants, food establishments in Montego Bay. For those of you who are heading to Jamaica sometime soon, and you might be coming into the Montego Bay International Airport there, that's the Donald Sangster International Airport, and you know you have a routine where after you land, you're going to look something to eat and all that. We just keep giving a little heads up. Right. Oh God, man, J. Robinson, the bread. It's the bread. Yes, them bread. I want to go there right now just for the bread. The steak and the bread. And the drinks them. Anyhow, Montego Bay St. James Health Department ordered the temporary closure of 25 rat-infested businesses in Montego Bay, Jamaica in April, as it employed a zero-tolerance approach to rid the parish of these pests. Pets are pests. 25% of the food establishments that we checked during the month of April alone have shown evidence of rodents, says Chief Public Health Inspector for the parish, Sherika Lewis, as she gave her report during Thursday's monthly council meeting of the St. James Municipal Corporation. And that's why I like eat from the people them out the road. We have the drum. And you can see it right in front of you. You see the meat seasoned up. You see the meat put on the drum. You see the meat cook right there, so and take it off and chop it up so for you. And put the thing, yeah, me like eat from them people there. Right. Or the ones who, when you're passing them, have like 10 Dutch pot on fire right out in front of you and outside the restaurant there. A food establishment is defined as an operation that stores, preparates. A food establishment is defined as an operation that stores, prepares, packages, serves, sells, or otherwise provides food for human consumption. This may include takeout containers in grocery stores, cook shops, and food trucks. Lewis did not give a breakdown of the type of establishments that were being plagued by the rats, but said that the problem was widespread. Now, check this out. This is the health department in Jamaica, and they're telling you through major news media houses that 25 food establishments were closed down because of rat problem. Yet they never said to you the name. Here is a list of the places we closed down this month because of rat problems. They make it look like say them can't tell you where they're at. That would be super helpful because then we would know to avoid certain places until them get them things together or avoid them altogether, right? Inside the main commercial district within the city of Montego Bay, we are seeing a proliferation in rodents. She said that there was a problem with rats on Barnett Street, in the vicinity of Charles Garden Market, St. James Street, Sam Sharp Square, and all the way out to 4th Street. So, should I tell you the name? Listen, just don't eat no food from Mobia, yeah, man. Because she not going to give you the list. Drive, go somewhere else to get your food. She said that we were seeing rodents all over. Complaints are coming from the health department, and I want us to partner in addressing this growing nuisance. Rodent infestation is not a new challenge for Montego Bay. In February, during a City Hall meeting, St. James Police Chief Senior Superintendent Aaron Samuels highlighted damages that were being done to fiber optic cables by rats that were gnawing on them. He said that the rodents were attracted to waste oil vendors and they were discarding these waste oils into the drains. So them fry them chicken and them whatever else them fry, and them discard of the oils that they use to fry those, and the rat them love it. So the rat them trail it back and they're having a field day. In 2003, Councillor Michael Thorpe, People's National Party Granville Division, caused a stir when he hyperbolically said that rats were taking taxis within his division. That was back in 2003. Speaking with the Jamaica Observer after Thursday's meeting, though, Lewis said that the health department has actively been taking steps to address the rodent issues that are highlighted in her report. We're closing them. We're closing all these food establishments, 100% closure for these rodent issues. We have been closing them and they have been coming up to standards. So once we close them, they work on the issue, they get the place up to standards and they can reopen. We had one that, based on the severity of the rodent control situation, they were closed for almost 3 weeks. However, she said that commercial activity was not the only cause of the rat problems. See, in the city, bulky waste is not the problem right now for the rodent problem that we have. It's just the behavior of persons or how they throw away their garbage. The nighttime vendors, the daytime vendors, the commuters, the persons who are on the road every day. We are seeing where persons are eating their lunch, cooked lunch, and they will just throw the bones. And the mice willy-nilly on the road, providing food for the rodents. During her presentation, she had disclosed that the health service team may soon get some help in this fight as well. A private pest control operator has reached out to the health department and they want to conduct a rodent control program in the city of Montego Bay. I believe that they are looking on the Charles Garden Market. However, we want to implore them to extend it to other areas such as Shamsharp Square and so on. The work, she said, would happen around Labor Day and move Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, indicted that this move would be more than welcome. So, I bet you have some Chinese people. Some Chinese people are going to figure out how to come get rid of the rodents. Them. Yeah. I wonder if the rat them speak Pato. They probably do. Are probably some real Jamaican rat, some real Jamaican bad rats. Yeah. And you know what the funny thing is? They know how to survive. Because if them invade Montego Bay and start kill them out enough, them are gonna do like the gunman them. Them all go St. Elizabeth. Them are gonna go somewhere else, you know, neighboring parish or something, and chill out until the thing die down, and then them go back in a Moby again, go take over them turf again. Yeah, real talk. Scotchies must dep on the list there. Somebody says Scotchies must dep on the list there. The rats are as big as mongoose. Boy, I see some picture of them. Those rats are huge. Them look like some Canefield rats. Escape on them are gonna escape in nearby bushes, Mervin the Point, Jamaica cursing. They're gonna escape in nearby bushes and set up shop in neighboring communities and and neighboring parishes. Mm-hmm. Yo, them better cordon off Moby, you know. Make sure them get all of them because other places them ahead, you know. I wonder if they fix the garbage disposal to control these rodents. I wonder if they fix the garbage disposal to control these rodents. I don't know, but I know this. Jamaican people, boy, we're nasty when it comes to that. We're very meticulous when it comes to our food preparation. Nobody no want eat no nasty food, no food that's prepared with dirty hand and served with dirty fingernail and dirty kitchen. It come out and all that. We picky when it comes to them things there, but we're the same people who, like the health inspector said, you know, you buy your box lunch, you eat your food, you skin off the meat off a bone and throw the bone out the road. So she said the rat them love them something there. So we're just walking around looking for dropping food for rats. So we feed them and then breed up more. And if you know about rat breeding, them breed. So we're actually helping to, you know, carry them, keep them alive and thing. Eat half of the box lunch, boy, my belly feel a waste still. Plus, the food ain't really too good. You just dash out the whole box lunch. Rice and chicken and peas and everything. You know, the rat them love them something there. Oh, yo, Darren Brandon 305 says rat fried rice. Chinese fixing the problem. Rat fried rice. I must set a whole heap of rat trap, brother. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna leave this one right here. We were trying to go till 10:30. It's 11 o'clock. I'm gonna cut the morning live right there, so we're not gonna go no further. Be careful if you're heading to Jamaica and you stop in Mobile like I often do. Make sure so you know about the rodent problem, so you don't, you know, eat rodent feces and get sick and these kind of things. Be careful where you eat from, which you should anyways if you're up on the road traveling in any country. I can recommend to you that some of the best places to eat are from the people that you see with the drums. Live fire cooking your food right in front of you. You can't beat that. All right. And some of those cook shops too, where the food set up right in front of you, a bubble pan, big fire right there. So you can't beat that either. Right. But the restaurant them where them hide back and carry out your plate from Guillaume. I don't know about them restaurant there. I don't really like eating at those places. So we covered a couple of topics. I hope nobody who is a step parent goes away feeling used and abused. It's one of the things that comes with that position that you've chosen to put yourself in. And I hope you remember to be a good step parent because you're creating memories for these children, and they will one day look you in the face and say, you know, you were a shitty stepmom. Or they'll say, I love you, and you know, I'm gonna call you mom to the day I die, because even though you're not my real mom or my real dad, you sure treated me like you were that. You get to control the narrative as to what the outcome of that will be. Remember that, all right? Who want mine at a man picnic go and go do it? I just won't be the one doing it. Reiterating again that that JFJ, Jamaicans for Justice, is a group that is needed. Stop buying into the propaganda that this is a anti-police group in Jamaica. They are actually fighting for the rights for all of us. And don't wait till something happens to your closest family member for you to figure out that they're fighting for all our rights. All right? With that said, we're gonna leave it right there. So this morning, my condolences goes out to the surviving members of the family that little 9-year-old girl comes from. And my message to the people in my Spanish town is, shove out the boy there. If him dead, shove him out. I would tell you to do something else, but me I gotta save it. I think I don't have to say it. You already know what that is about, right? Right. We can't have that at all. And no excuses for that either. All right. One love. Walk good. Go with God. And I'll see y'all tomorrow right here. If God spare my life, like my grandmother, Miss Ruby, said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. And like my grandfather, Mas Cleavy, said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare my life. I'm out. Peace.